rebound short. Gare, good bounce pass, gives it back, and it's good. He's got 22, but has been silent for a while, and Elsie turns and rolls. There's a deep three, Shear. That's his third three of the night. Back to Watkins, pump fake, kick back, Gare for three. Wow. Bauer had it rejected, knocked away by Parrish. Hill off the break, lays it up and in. Tozier couldn't get it to bounce in off the glass. G finishes and hits. Perfect pass by Pastore. And today, the road to Hershey continues through Hershey, PA. PIAA second round, AAA action, top-ranked Loyalsock Lancers, third-ranked Bishop Mcdevitt of Philadelphia. Hi again, everybody. Gary Crispin along with Babe Bear, the Rennie Road Armel All-State game. Milton Hershey High School, where Sock won a year ago over Valley Forge, a stunning win that got them into the Eastern semifinals. Today, they play a very good Bishop Mcdevitt team. They're number 3, 19-6. And we've got a great atmosphere for this game. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know it's going to be big. We got a crowd here already for the first game. I can't hear what you're even saying. But, you know, you got the number 3 seed, Bishop Mcdevitt, and you say the number 3 seed, Bishop Mcdevitt has only lost to teams that are above their level 3. They lost to 4 Quad A teams, 1 5A team, or excuse me, 4 6A teams, 1 5A teams, and the returning state champ from the Class 3 was the other loss that came to. So they're a very good team. Loyalsock, on the other hand, is on a 22-game winning streak, and that's huge. I think that you're looking at 2 good teams here. Going to be a good game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Sock's here, but boy, the brackets are filled here in the East. We're going to take a timeout. This is the Rennie Road Armel All-State game. Sock coming in 27-1. Going to be a great game. Stick around. Fairfield for Fair Deals pregame coming up next on Cable Sports. Hard to believe, Rennie Road Armel All-State Insurance, 40 years and going strong here in Williamsport, Westminster Drive. And Rennie, you know, I know one of the things we've talked about in the past, life insurance, and how important having life insurance is for folks that are married, have a home. Tell me more about life insurance.
Most people don't realize. They think $100,000 or $50,000 is enough life insurance. We try to talk to people every time they pick on an additional debt, especially buying a home and getting a mortgage. We want to make sure there's adequate coverage there, that if something happened, the family would be able to stay in their home and not have to move or sell a house that may be less than it's worth because you have to get rid of it.
So bottom line is, it's that insurance policy, knowing you've got the life insurance to make sure you're in great shape if anything would ever happen.
Exactly, Gary. I've been on both sides. I've had situations where people died and there was adequate coverage and the house was able to be paid off and whatever. And I've also seen the other side of the coin where people were forced to sell their house because there wasn't adequate life insurance at that time.
Good idea to check on life insurance by calling Rennie Road Armel Allstate Insurance, Westminster Drive, Williamsport, and in Mansfield, 326-6645. Everybody's talking about Chaos, the brand new Chaos Fun Zone, fun for the entire family, featuring 40 arcade games, laser tag, 12 brand spanking new boutique bowling lanes, indoor trampoline at Fly World, plus slam dunk hoops, dodgeball court, perfect for birthday parties and corporate events. Great food, fun, and all the games for the entire family. Chaos Fun Zone. Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance, Route 15, South Side. Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves on our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years.
There's a reason why you come here. With every visit, we embrace our customers like family. We're the name you've trusted for over 32 years.
We show how much we value our customers with unrivaled service, a commitment to hometown values, and unmatched selection.
Fairfield isn't just any dealership. We're the area's most trusted dealerships. Fairfield, for fair deals. You're gonna love us.
Hey, we're back from Hershey, Milton Hershey High School. What a campus this is. Gary Crispin and Babe Mayer, Rennie Road Armel All-State game. Fairfield for Fair Deals pregame show. Sock get ready to take on really tough Bishop Mcdevitt out of Wyncote, PA, suburban Philadelphia. Yeah, this is a team, when you talk fast facts about today's game, brought to you by Palco Federal Credit Union. Tom Rachel in the gang at Chad Road, Muncie. Will Chavis is their coach in his second year. He's a guy that was a co-captain of the Texas Tech Red Raiders when Bobby Knight was the coach, and he's turned things around for this club that had losing records coming in until he got there, and now they're in the second round of the PIAA for the second year in a row. It's going to be interesting. Sock there last year. Sock got to the Eastern semifinals. This is not going to be easy coming in, but Chavis has this team on the right track. They started 10-0 this year, but you know, some of the losses we talked about. Chester by 8. Roman Catholic, number 1 in 6A, only a 4-point loss, 57-53. They lost twice to LaSalle. They're in the top 10 in 6A. And, you know, so some of those quality losses, but also some real quality wins.
Well, I'm a little concerned about playing under Bobby Knight. I mean, are we going to have to worry about chairs being thrown in this game or what? But no, this is a very good team out of Bishop Mcdevitt. As I mentioned before, 4 of their losses came to 6A teams. They played 2 former state or the returning state champs from last year during the season. And even though they have 6 total losses, those losses come to some really good teams. So they're a much better team than what they may look as a number 3 seed. If Loyalsock can beat this team tonight, all right, it will be a big mark to put them into a championship situation.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. Those are some of the fast facts coming in. Sock has won 20 in a row, 27-1. Lone loss is way back on January 2nd at Danville. And certainly we'll talk some keys. We come right back. This is Palco Federal Credit Union's Fast Facts about tonight's game here in Hershey. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. Fairfield for Fair Deals pregame from Hershey. Sox coming up minutes away. Jim Moff & Associates, you've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moff & Associates, moffandassociates.com. Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
Roach Financial has been committed to building trustful, long-lasting relationships with our customers for over 25 years now. Over the years, both our personal as well as our family of customers has grown. Our mission has remained clear: stay true to our ethics and constantly keep our customers' needs in mind. Come join our family for the next 25 years as we continue to provide employee benefit and financial services within the community we serve.
Griggs' Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner, serving 3 meals 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 3 p.m. on Sundays. House-made desserts, including famous Griggs' sticky buns, coffee, peanuts, and peanut butter, and specialty drinks. Griggs's Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner just off North Loyalsock Avenue in Montoursville.
River Valley Transit has partnered with the Community Arts Center for its 4th year to provide a free show shuttle service for the 2018 and 2019 season. Park downtown, grab a bite to eat, ride the show shuttle to the CAC, then after the show, have the show shuttle return you to your car. The show shuttle operates in 4 15-minute loops starting 1 hour prior to the show. The show shuttle operates 2 loops following the show, one starting 10 minutes after the show and the second loop starting 30 minutes after the show. The show shuttle offers 5 stops including the Community Arts Center. This service is only available for select shows. For more information, please visit caclive.com.
BJ's Steak and Rib House, a Central PA classic since 1982, has done it again. They have perfected the authentic wood-fired Neapolitan pizza. It is unlike anything you've tasted. Handcrafted the traditional Naples way, using authentic products and preparation techniques in an amazing hand-built imported Italian wood-fired oven. 900 degrees, 90 seconds later, it's perfection. Check it out at BJ's Steak and Rib House, Selinsgrove.
There's a reason why you come here. With every visit, we embrace our customers like family. We're the name you've trusted for over 32 years.
We show how much we value our customers with unrivaled service, a commitment to hometown values, and unmatched selection.
Fairfield isn't just any dealership. We're the area's most trusted dealerships. Fairfield, for fair deals. You're gonna love us.
Well, it's hard to believe 20 years ago we were calling basketball the Millionaires with a guy named Derek Slaughter. Graduated in '99 at Williamsport, Penn State, and the Masters from, of course, the University of Maryland. We've got to talk Derek Slaughter for mayor. His current city councilman, born and raised here, has always questioned how your tax dollars are being spent. He's asking for transparency in city actions, efficiency in city processes, and accountability in how the dollars are being spent. Vote Derek Slaughter for mayor. Coming up, the primary in May. Derek Slaughter for mayor. Paid for by Derek Slaughter for Mayor Committee. Hey, we're back. We're back here, part of our pregame show, Babe Mayor. It's Bishop Mcdevitt of Philly coming in, minutes away, 19 and 6. It'll be fun to see them. We're going to talk keys to the ball game. And they're brought to you by Liberty Arena, the Chaos Fun Zone, and more as they take on the Loyalsock Lancers. Certainly the Lancers, we talked about keys. One thing they can do, they want to press you. They want to get in transition. But certainly one of the keys tonight, I think, you've got to have Ross and Gare hot from 3. That can separate a team in a hurry when you're able to get up and down the court, but then step back and hit the 3. That's big if this team gets out to a great start.
Well, I think it's essential that they hit threes, and I think it's also essential, as you said, Gary, that they play that good trap defense that they like to play and maybe frustrate this team out of Bishop Mcdevitt. No doubt about it, you got to have your A team tonight when you come in. It's an A team type of a game. I think they also, Loyalsock has to watch fouls. They can't afford to get anybody in foul trouble. This is big-time basketball now. You got big players on both teams that know how to play basketball, and you lose one of your starters, and that's tough. So I think they got to be very careful that they stay on the court.
Yeah, this is a Mcdevitt team that goes 9-10 man deep. They're gonna put pressure on you too. They play outstanding defense, and they're not giving up many points. And they get into a half-court game. There's certainly a team that can run up and down that floor too, but defensively, and certainly the schedule they've played works to their advantage. Sock's schedule, they beat a couple of good teams early. Sock has won by a lot. You remember they were in a tight game with Central Columbia. That could work in Mcdevitt's favor. They've been a lot of tough games with big teams. Sock, though, has got the horses. They've got to stay focused, but you're right, fouls. You can't get into foul trouble in this game. That'll be a key. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more. This is the Fairfield for Fair Deals pregame and the Rennie Road Armor Allstate Game of the Week. Rennie Rodarmel, Allstate Insurance. Rennie, congratulations, 40 years and going strong and many, many more. Rennie, a lot of times we've talked about liability insurance. I know I'm well covered. You guys have my back on that. Let's talk liability insurance and how important it is to have the proper insurance liability-wise in case anything would happen.
Yeah, what I look at in our business, the most important thing is making sure that whatever happens to a client, any accident, any type of thing, they don't have to worry about losing their house and home and their life savings. Everything with us is built around liability, making sure they have the proper coverage. It is absolutely scary to see the type of settlements and what we're seeing in this litigious society that we have today.
Sue happy.
Oh,
Sue happy.
The best way to say it.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at it as a way to make a living. I've seen $1 million lawsuits at least on 3 occasions over the last couple of years. $1 million settlements.
Bottom line is liability insurance, it's a key. Talk to the experts. Rennie Rodarmel, Allstate Insurance. Hats off to you. 40 years and going strong. Give them a call today. 326-6645. Everybody's talking about the new Chaos Fun Zone in the heart of downtown Williamsport, the go-to place for big kids and little kids and all kinds of fun. Chaos has everything from 12 brand spanking new boutique bowling lanes, the only laser tag venue in the area, over 40 arcade games that satisfy your inner gamer, indoor trampoline at Fly World complete with slam dunk hoops and dodgeball court. Perfect place for birthday parties and corporate events. And don't forget about the great food and fun and all the games at Scores Sports Bar and Grill inside Chaos, the premier sports destination with 12 beer taps and all kind of great rotating craft beers, plus 15 HD screens and the NFL Sunday ticket for all the big games. And then the Liberty Arena for leagues and tournaments, clinics, and a variety of sports, including soccer, baseball, softball, and more. Don't miss it. It's Chaos, the Chaos Fun Zone, the hot new place in Central PA. When it comes to menswear, the Clothier has the biggest selection in Pennsylvania, all the top name brands. This is the Babe Mare Makeover.
Babe, there's 2 beautiful coats you've tried on. They're both by Jack Victor, the beautiful patterns. I think the one you have on is the one you should get. Babe, the quarter zip sweater, the shirt, the tie, the Bills khakis pants, and the Alderman shoes is a perfect match for you.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport. When it comes to Billtown's best pizza, everyone knows Park Pizza. Memorial Avenue, Williamsport, right behind the outfield fence at Bowman Field. Offering takeout, delivery, and dine-in, open daily at 4 p.m. Finest pizza around and great stromboli, wings, and more, the best since 1960. It's a tradition in pizza like no other. Takeout, delivery, dine-in, Park Pizza since 1960. Give them a call today at 322-9024. Hey, we're back here at Milton Hershey High School. Let's talk impact players in this ball game. Biters impact players in this ball game tonight. Sock coming in. You've got to be talking Gerald Ross when you talk to Lancers. Had 21 the last game, set the scene early with 17 first-half points against Palmerton. Ross is a go-to guy, 19 points a game, returning first-team All-Stater, and he's a real deal. He's certainly a guy that gets them going. They're going to need a game out of Ross tonight.
Ross is a guy that has to hit shots tonight when they need a shot bad. He's done that all season. If he does that tonight, I think Loyalsock's going to have a big plus.
And on the other side, you've got to talk Jamil Manigault. Manigault's our leading scorer. These guys play in the Philadelphia Catholic League. Great schedule. Manigault 6'3". He's a junior. He has 15 points a game. He had 18 against Camp Hill. He's an athletic player, can score inside and out. Jamil Manigault is the guy that gets them going for this club. They are the Royal Lancers against the Lancers in this game.
I'll tell you what, you don't find that very often. We have both teams with near the same nickname. But I'll tell you, in this game here, Meningo is going to have to really play a good game. He's going to have to be on top of things. He kind of runs this team.
Yeah, Jamil Manigo, keep an eye on him. He is the impact player for the Royal Lancers. We'll take a timeout. Stick around. Don't go away. Starting lineups and more coming up. This is the Rennie Road Armel All-State game. You're watching live tonight. WebWeeklyLive.com, CableSportsLive.com. I know we've had some Facebook issues today nationwide, so hopefully we're going to be able to link this to Facebook. Certainly after we replay it later will be the case, but it's been a little nutty apparently around the nation getting linked up that way. Stick around. We've got a great game coming up. Second round PIAA on Cable Sports. Sleep, you're in the right place. Biters, that's right. Route 15 South Williamsport, the Sleep Center. Joe Biter is the master of selling you the greatest mattress and bedding of all time. You sold me, you had me at hello, the Simmons Beauty Rest Platinum Firm, but you've got a bed for everybody, a mattress for everybody, and it's incredible. I've never had better sleep.
Thank you, Gary. We've been in the bedding business for about 30 years. I think we're getting there. Well, I think we kind of got it perfected. So we had a big redo the last couple years. We redid our sleep center and added some like top name brands like the Simmons Beauty Rest Platinum that you have. We have Tempur-Pedic, we have Sealy, a couple other strong brands, and we have 40 beds on the floor. One is right for everybody.
Hundreds to choose from, and you can customize it. You customized it for me. Let's show them how it works. It's got the remote. I laid down, and I was sold immediately. Raised the foot, raised the head part. It's great. Cuts down on snoring, acid reflux. It's great for your health and circulation, but it's great also if you want to read or watch TV. It's amazing. I've never had sleep like this.
The bedroom now is a sanctuary. It's a sanctuary for working. It's a sanctuary for rest and relaxation, watching TV, reading. Adding the adjustable base to one of these brand new beds is the perfect complement.
It's incredible. It's the best buy I've ever made here at Biters, the Sleep Center. Joe, congratulations. They're selling it like crazy. Here at the Sleep Center, come see Joe Biter. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Gary.
We'll be back with more from Biters. Don't go away. For the finest detail and handcrafted jewelry, there is one name to know. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, Oaks Plaza, East 3rd, Golden Strip in Williamsport. Let them make you an original. And remember, they are your diamond headquarters. Absolutely the best prices, bar none, on diamonds anywhere in Central PA. And, of course, the finest gemstones in the world today, from sapphires to tanzanite. Now is the time to let them make you an original. Blair Brothers Goldsmiths, your diamond headquarters, Golden Strip. The Clothier in the heart of downtown Williamsport has the biggest selection of the state and all the top name brands. Vineyard Vines, Barber, Tommy Bahama, Sport Coats by Jack Victor and Hartshafter and Marks. Now, did Babe Bear make his decision?
Francis, this is the look.
Babe, promise me you're going to wear this on the football game show.
You know I will, Francis.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport. The new destination for food, fun, and all the big games is here. It Scores Sports Bar and Grill inside Liberty Arena in the Chaos Fun Zone, downtown Williamsport, with 12 beer taps, rotating craft beers, incredible food from the Mile High Nachos, wings, pizza, burgers, and more, and 15 HD screens, the NFL Sunday Ticket, all the big games, all the food. Scores Sports Bar and Grill. Hey, we're back here, Fairfield for Fair Deals pregame show. Rick Quigley with us, and boy, the state-of-the-art Fairfield Toyota. You guys have done well here.
This has been a great location for Toyota, and Toyota's, of course, hot as could be. And as Dan Goldman will fill you in on the great success with Toyota this year.
Well, Dan, you've got a lot of great 2019s we've looked at. You've got, obviously, you've talked Tacoma, Tundra, and so much more. Let's talk about your deals that you have on Toyota and how highly they're ranked in the nation and in the world.
Well, we haven't seen incentives to the levels that they've been this year so far. And with resale value by the very trusted Kelley Blue Book website, we have the number 1, number 2, and number 3 in resale value. The Tacoma number 1, Tundra number 2, and the 4Runner number 3.
Okay, a lot of excitement, too, about these great 2019s. Going to be a great year. You guys sell a lot of Toyotas out of here in Central PA.
Boy, we sure do, and it's due to our great employees, our leader, and great prices.
And a great service
after the sale.
Yeah, I was just going to say, service after the sale. Guys, congratulations on the great run with Fairfield Toyota. Good luck for a great 2019.
Thanks, Gary. Good luck to you, too.
Check it out. Fairfield for fair deals.
Kiss 1027, the 80s to now.
And today, the road to Hershey. Brought to you in part by Tony Messer for County Commissioner, first elected in 2012. And has loved serving the citizens of Lycoming County, running again, supporting economic and employment opportunities throughout the workforce. And that's what Tony believes in. Meeting the constituents face-to-face in the fight against drugs and crime and drug trafficking here in Lycoming County. And, of course, supporting police, fire, emergency responders. Paid for by Tony Messer, County Commissioner, supporting today's live streaming of Loyalsock and Bishop Mcdevitt. It's a big ball game here today from, of course, this big game where, you start talking about what's going on here. And, of course, Eric Biter from Air. Eric is talking about a fresh start for Williamsport, working to prevent increased property taxes. And Eric Biter, of course, local guy, grew up here, business background at Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliances manager there, knows how to run successful business, balanced budget, and understands the value of a hard-earned dollar. As the only candidate with real-world business experience, Eric wants to put his experience to work for the taxpayers of Williamsport. Vote Eric Biter from Air, paid for by Biter from Air. Got to be a big one. Second round action. We were here a year ago. And you talk about a year ago, Loyalsock came in here against a big, tall, talented Valley Forge Military Academy team out of that Philadelphia area and won that game by 4. And they're going to need a great effort against Bishop Mcdevitt tonight, coached by Will Chavis, who played under Bobby Knight at Texas Tech. And he's got a lot of the Bobby Knight philosophy. They're going to want to play some deliberate ball, play some defense. You're going to see them play man and switch up on from one play to the next. And they may be in man 1 second and all of a sudden switch in the middle of a play and get into a zone. And that's how you fool people and stay in ball games. That's how they played some of the top teams in all of the Philadelphia area.
On the other hand, you got the winningest coach in the state of Pennsylvania and possibly on his way to being the winningest coach maybe in the country, Ronnie Ensinger, who has been in a lot of these playoff games, won a lot of these playoff games, and lost these playoff games. So he knows how to prepare a team to get them into a game like this. We'll see what happens. Bishop Mcdevitt, this is out of Wyncote, Pennsylvania. It is not the Bishop Mcdevitt out of Harrisburg. It's they're two different teams. Now, you may look at that and you may say, well, geez, I never heard of this team. Well, it's usually put Bishop Mcdevitt. This team here is a very good ball club.
Absolutely. Let's thank some more of these sponsors for this ball game, making it possible in the PIAA, the live stream. And we want to thank Jim Webb. And Jim's watching back home. WebWeeklyLive.com, partnering with us the last number of years. And Jim, of course, has got 58,000 households that his publication is in every Tuesday and Wednesday, serving all of central Pennsylvania. And, of course, you can see the doubleheader of games in football and basketball, WebWeeklyLive.com. More sponsors that we thank. Getting set for this ball game, Francis and the gang at the Clothier in the heart of downtown Williamsport. Biggest selection in Pennsylvania, top name brands in the state. And I don't think there's any question. Francis now has a winter clearance sale. Incredible deals. Check it out at the Clothier, West 4th in the heart of downtown Williamsport. And the great things are coming in for spring. We're about 5:13. And, of course, let's talk Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance. 1966, the Biter boys got it underway, and boy, they've grown all over central Pennsylvania. You hear me talking on the radio about the amazing Biter Sleep Center. You've got to check out Biters, the Biter Sleep Center with Joe Biter and the gang. Furniture, mattress, appliance, they've got it all 7 days a week. Montgomery Pike in Southside and throughout central Pennsylvania.
Well, Gary, you know, this is watching the two teams warm up. This is going to be a really good ball game. A lot of quickness I see out of the team from Bishop Mcdevitt, and a lot of quickness, of course, out of this team out of Loyalsock. And I'll tell you what, it could be this is a team that wears out in the ball game that doesn't win this game. I mean, this is it looks like it's going to be a real horse race. We'll see what's going to happen. I thought that this team here may be stunned a little bit by the defense that Loyalsock will put on them, but it sounds like they have a defense that may stun Loyalsock. So
now these guys can flat out clamp down on a team, and they played a tremendous schedule. You know, they've lost by only 8 to Chester. The top-ranked team in 6A is Roman Catholic out of Philadelphia. They lost 57-53. Yep. They lost a couple of times. LaSalle College won by not very much, the other time by 20-plus. These are top 10 teams in 6A. So they play a tremendous schedule, and that certainly has got to give this club some advantage coming into this ball game. They're battle-tested coming in. Loyalsock Lancers played in that state college tournament and had their way against Strathaven and State College, who is a little bit down this year. Sock has had their way with teams won by a big margin, and talk about being in tight games. They were against the Millionaires with a big overtime win over the Cherry and White. Not the best Cherry and White team in recent memory, but a team that was talented and fast, and certainly that's one of the keys. And they also got in that tight game against Central Columbia, winning by 2 in District 4 playoffs. Let's set our starting lineups for the ball game. The Loyalsock Lancers, and there they are, Gerald Ross and Aiden Gare, and I think it's very important they get out to a great start and hit those threes. Anthony Pastore, you want to keep him out of foul trouble. He runs the show and so important. Hardly ever comes off the court. Connor Watkins has held the glue together in the middle and certainly leads in rebounds. He's a leader as a senior. Villanova bound as a quarterback in football. Watkins at 6'3", and then you've got the presence inside of Bam Bremer, Pitt bound in football, 6'6", 235. He's got to have a big game defensively. You want to keep him out of foul trouble too.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what else you want to do with Bam is he's not real. He's only been playing basketball for a couple years, and he doesn't really understand sometimes what you can and can't do out on the court. And what is going to happen in this game is you're going to find Bishop Mcdevitt is going to try to intimidate Loyalsock. And in that intimidation, Bam's got to be cool. He's got to just take it and move on. He can't be reacting to things that he feels is not good, but the officials look at it the other way.
On the other side, you've got Jamil Manigo, the 6'3" junior. And checking the stats that comes from Bishop Mcdevitt, they say averages 17 a game. He had 18 the other night in their win by 15 over Camp Hill out of District 3. Their other starters, Seneca Willoughby will be one of the guards, a shooting guard, Amir Harris, a point guard at 5'11" and a junior. And also starting Robert Smith, another guard. Glenn Smith will also get the start at 6'2", a junior who plays guard forward for this club. Not the biggest team we've seen, the big size a year ago, but they're athletic. They go 8, 9, 10 deep, and they're a team that very well disciplined under Will Chavis, the former co-captain at Texas Tech. And, of course, here's a guy that is the winningest coach in all of high school basketball in Pennsylvania, C.I. Ron Ensinger, as you watch this on CableSportsLive.com, WebWeeklyLive.com. And I know we've had some issues on Facebook. We're taking you there tonight. We're hoping to get the replay back up on Facebook tomorrow, but we've given you the links to come to WebWeeklyLive.com. And right there, as you see it on the screen, CableSportsLive.com, you can watch any time to these games. Go back and watch throughout the year. Babe, we're about ready to go. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't know if this is a good sign, but just as they blew the buzzer and had the players leaving the floor, Aiden Gare was almost at half court, just a little bit beyond half court, and sunk a 3. And so hopefully that continues on into the ball game.
Yeah, those are guys that you want to see get hot in this game. A Loyalsock team that certainly they got a good scrimmage in down in Pottsville. They played at Martz Hall a week ago Monday. And CI felt pretty good. Pottsville, real good team. And they went down there, had a great test against Pottsville and played well. And those are the type of tests you need as you get into the playoffs here. The winner of this game, it doesn't get easier. Newman Goretti, the defending state champion at a club that this team split with. Beat them by 8 in the regular season at Goretti. And then lost in the District 12 playoffs by 3, 60-57. So Goretti's a team they know. Newman Goretti's a team that Sock has played in some different sports over the years, but Goretti and Wyoming Seminary waiting in the wings.
Well, and Goretti is the returning state AAA champion. All right, so you know they got a good program. They're always up at the top in both football and basketball.
We're about ready to start and get ready for the starting lineups of this ball game. Beautiful campus here in Hershey, Milton Hershey High School. Dave, you talked about the school with endowments. And give me that trivia question you always do when we come down here.
This is not a trivia question. It's an amazing question. The number 1 endowed school in the United States is the University of Texas. That's surprising, right? The number 2 is Harvard. The number 3 is the Milton Hershey School. And so they have money, and man, did they build a beautiful campus out here.
All right, Milton Hershey High School. Gerald Ross, the senior all-state leader. 19 points a game, 15 a game for Aiden Gare coming out. Anthony Pastore's been the senior leader at the point. Running the show for this club. Plays tenacious defense. Connor Watkins. Villanova bound as a quarterback, a great athlete. He's given him so much in the middle, averages 10, 11 a game. And then there's Big Bam Brema in the middle at 6'6", 235. He's a guy that plays defense, gets position. He's an intimidating factor here. But this club has seen some big teams out of Philadelphia from the Catholic League. They've got a first-team All-Philly Catholic League player in Jamil Manigo. And Manigo wears number 15, 6'3" junior. Going to be interesting to see how the clubs match up. Coming out is Glenn Smith, 6'2" junior, averages 7 a game. Wears number 0 as he shakes hand with CI Ron Ensinger. Rest of the gang coming out, Jamil Manigo, Seneca Willoughby, Amir Harris runs the point of 5'11" junior, and Robert Smith is another guard at 6' junior that starts for Bishop Mcdevitt that got to the second round a year ago. Will Shave is the coach. Was a co-captain of the Texas Tech Red Raiders. In his second year has turned basketball around at Mcdevitt, who had lost a lot of games prior to him getting there. He's turned everything around at Mcdevitt and made them a power. They're ranked number 3 in Pennsylvania, coming in at 19-6. But boy, if they played a tough schedule as we get set to play some basketball here today. Cable Sports in the Rennie Road Armel All-State game. Rennie Road Armel All-State Insurance, part of this for a lot of years, and of course Fairfield Auto Group, Fairfield for fair deals. We're about ready to rise for the playing of our national anthem. to play. There we go, babe. This is going to be fun. Milton Hershey High School. The campus here is amazing in Hershey, Pennsylvania. The endowment, of course, from Milton Hershey, the late Milton Hershey, who built the empire of chocolate here in Chocolate Town, USA, in a place that these teams hope to be playing coming up next week.
Another little trivia for you here before we start this ball game. That he started out down in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and he was making caramels down there, and then got onto the chocolate. And did he ever?
You've got a lot of history about this place. We even had
a historian. You didn't know that.
You know I always have a Hershey bar with almonds before every game, and I had mine, and I think the rest of the gang did too. So we're about ready. Sock is the visiting team. Mcdevitt wears the home white. Sock fans are here, and Loyalsock ready to play against Bishop Mcdevitt of Philadelphia. Remember, another good Bishop Mcdevitt team still alive in 4A. That's Mcdevitt of Harrisburg, who we know a little bit better. Jamil Manigo, number 15's got to come out. He's going to jump it up to start this ball game against Bam Brema. Cable Sports in our 32nd season, bringing you the game of the week, the Rennie Road Armel Allstate game, as you're watching live at webweeklylive.com and cablesportslive.com. Opening tip, Manigo kicked out of bounds. It was tipped out, and it's going to be a Sock ball. It was kicked to Manigo, didn't get it to anybody, kicked it right out of bounds, and Connor Watkins is going to inbound. They're going to start man, but this team will match up, and they will switch up from man to zone in one possession. So they confuse opponents coming in. They're going to have a lot of Bobby Knight in them. Chavis played for Bob Knight at Texas Tech. Sock, Watkins coming out high. Facing the man, they play great defense in low-scoring games in that Catholic League of Philadelphia. Ross, head of the circle, guarded there by Harris. Good denial that time. Jumper, Gare from downtown, knocks it down for three, and Sock an early 3-0 lead.
And I'll tell you,
Sock comes out with that 1-2-2 full-court trap defense. Pressure on. That's Smith. Backcourt Harris running the point. Comes out to Robert Smith, number 2. Fronted by Gare. Head of the circle. Sock crowd gets into it. Smith coming out to that right wing. Jumper deep. Won't go. Rebound Watkins off a miss by Robert Smith. Here comes Pastore. Pastore's going to be fronted by tenacious Glenn Smith at 6'2", a junior. Giving up some size there is Pastore, but he's done that all year. Ross at the head of the circle, gives you 19 game, comes to the right wing. Out high, Bam, goes low that time. Watkins lost the handle, and the rebound comes out off the board. It's going to be Smith. Jumper, yes. Knocked down to the side by Smith from about 15 away. Yeah. That was going to be a 3, actually.
Yeah, he was deep in the corner.
Yeah, that's going to be a 3. Hard to see from where we were. He was behind the arc. It's tied at 3-3. Brema comes out high. Manigo comes out on him. He's their leading scorer. Boy, they've got him locked down well here. This is the team to switch up the defenses. Ross, deep jumper, nothing but air. Yeah, rebound Willoughby. Willoughby, lead pass. Manigo, easy 2. Nobody there to defend. And Mcdevitt up 5-3 in this game, and an early timeout called by C.I. Ron Insinger. We're going to take, I believe, a quick 30. Let's wait and see. It's going to be the 32nd timeout. We'll be back. This is the Rennie Road Armel Allstate Game of the Week. Rich Road Armel, homeowners insurance is something you guys do so well here at Rennie Road Armel Allstate.
It's all about sitting down with a client and understanding that they have a finished basement or what we're covering exactly for them. We want to make sure that we know the structure we're insuring, and that stems from sitting down and asking you questions about what year your home was built. We want to make sure that we have that home insured correctly for our clients.
Great coverage, great price. Rennie Road Armel, Allstate Insurance. We're back. Milton Hershey High School, Gary Crispin and Bay Bear Cable Sports. And the Rennie Road Armel Allstate game. Sock, second round PIAA, Milton Hershey High School. Here comes Ross over the timeline against Harris. Good defense by Mcdevitt. Ross, baseline. Turned it over at the baseline, stepped in the end line right there, and that's great defense by Amir Harris at 5'11", locking him down for the junior guard.
Yeah, Harris was on him the entire way and did not let him get a chance to make a big play, and he stepped out of bounds.
There's a ball nearly thrown away. Harris got the save, comes back out here. That's Robert Smith, fronted by Pastore. Smith takes that left-hand dribble, penetrates, dishes, it will not stay. Brema got a hand, kick back to Pastore. And right now you see how quickly Mcdevitt gets back, taking away transition. That's got to be a key. Sock lives off the break. Off the high ball screen, Ross down the lane, floats, and it will not stay. Rebound coming down, that's going to be Willoughby. Willoughby running it up. Harris, ball's kicked out of bounds. And it's going to come back to the Royal Lancers. It's the Lancers of Loyalsock and the Royal Lancers of Philly's Bishop Mcdevitt. Inbound Willoughby.
This is a horse race, just like we thought it was going to be.
Willoughby inbound. Easily snuck it in is Amir Harris. Nobody picked him up. It's 7-3 quickly Mcdevitt. Here comes Pastore, Harris on him. They play tenacious defense for Will Shavis' team. That's going to be a reach-in foul that time against Amir Harris.
Well, you know, the official thought it was close the first time. The second time he made the call, and that's good officiating.
Connor Watkins right in front of us as they get ready to inbound here at mid-court, and that's where we are tonight here in Hershey, PA. Here comes Pastore. Against Harris, coming out is Gare. Gare comes out high to Brema. Brema puts it on the floor, drives up and hits. Big bucket by Bam and a quick step to the hole that cut it back to 7-5.
That's the difference between last year and this year with Bam. He knows how offensively to work in the paint. Good footwork.
Harris running that point, comes out right side. Manigo is high with Gare on him. That's Glenn Smith. Gives it back Manigo. Harris wide open, deny the shot. That's what Brema does, just being in the neighborhood. They give it back that time to Robert Smith, who knocks down a bucket deep. Their second three of the game, and it's 10-5 Royal Lancers. Here comes Ross, trying to shut him down off the high screen. Ross, it won't go. Rebound pulled down, up in the air. Back down comes Willoughby. Baseline, Manigo, easy bucket inside, and they're beating him back on their own game. That transition by the Royal Lancers of Mcdevitt. It's a 7-point lead, their largest of the night.
And I'll tell you what, the tempo of this game right now, it could wear on Loyalsock. They don't have the depth that this Mcdevitt team has. They've gotten some good players back. Good entry pass.
Absolutely. That time Ross got it into Watkins. Nice team play. They've got to share the ball. That's got to be a key and not get flustered early. That may be a reach-in foul. Brema was over there along the sideline in front of CI. Sock down 5. It's 12-7. They led only the one time on a deep three to start the game by Aiden Gare. And now it looks like Mcdevitt calls the short time. We'll take a 30. We'll take a break. This is the Randy Road Armor All-State game. Lancers are down 5. Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biter's Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance, Route 15, South Side. Well, it's been an up and down pace, and the transition that Loyalsock's had the tables turned on them. The timeout called by Will Shavis, 12-7, as Snock was able to get a backdoor feed from Watkins inside from Ross, and to cut the lead down to 5. They were down by as many as 7 early. Kick back off that left wing. Head of the circle comes Harris, running that point. Into the ball game, Jameer Mosley. Up the lane, kick out to the outside. Jumper deep 3. Front of the rim won't go by Robert Smith. Pastore, transition, back in a hurry, Mcdevitt. Ross, in and out, it wouldn't stay. Brema got the rebound. Turns, spins, forces it up and hit the shot off the high glass bank. 12-9, and boy, that's big. Bremer's got 4 early points. That's huge early. Well, I'd say he hung with it tough. Breaking that pressure with no problem. Deep jumper goes in the other way. Seneca Willoughby, their third 3, and they extend the lead to 15-9. Back to a 6-point game. Gare hit the first 3 of the ball game. Head of the circle, Ross. Ross against Mosley off that high screen. Gerald steps back. Nothing but air. Rebound Harris.
They're not giving him room to breathe.
Little bit too far, but a foul on that right side. And now you see Brema.
Yeah, he's okay. I think he's just down trying to catch his breath.
Yeah, Van Brema went right down to his knees, and you wonder, and a little gassed early. You talk about getting into a running game with this ball club, it locks you down.
Manic goes out of the game right now. They're top scorer, and this is the kind of breaks they're going to get early in the ball game. They have good people coming in, and that makes a difference.
Mosley hits a shot. Brema picks up his second personal foul of this ball game.
Number 21, that's Cameron Gardner.
Gardner's the other guy that they said would definitely play. He's a 6'4" senior, power forward, and a captain of this team. 16-9, second won't go. Reese Watkins comes in the ball game. He's giving them a lift off the bench. And Bam, with 2 fouls, had to sit out. Here comes Pastore.
Also, Armson.
Good pressure, and the ball comes our way. Right in front of us and out of bounds, and they throw it away. And Sock feeling it right now. They've got to settle down. This team can play fast. They can play slow. Yeah. And boy, I'll tell you, right now, they're winning the transition game.
And they can shoot well themselves.
Yeah, sure can. They're up 16-9, 7-point lead. Their second 7-point lead of the ball game. They've hit it 3 threes already.
Dane Armson into the ball game. So Ronnie Ensinger early on gets 2 subs into the game. 2 fouls on Bam probably brought Armson in.
Yeah, Armson's in there right now. And it will be Sean Jensen in. I thought for a moment that Reese Watkins would come. There's the miss in a Gare rebound. Gare up the lane. Challenges, foul in the way into the paint, draws the 2-shot foul, and they've got to continue to challenge in there.
Yeah. Well, that time they got back quick and got a mismatch underneath, and he got to take it to the basket.
We're going to double check. It's going to be Reese Watkins that came in and Armson in. So we've got both of those guys in, and it was not Jensen that came in. For a moment, we thought they were going to get some wholesale changes, but it's going to be Watkins and Armson, who have given them valuable time off that bench this season. And, of course, coming back for the injury, Reese Watkins has really lifted them in the playoffs. It was a week ago our Price Optical Athlete of the Week. Second shot goes. Gare, 16-10. Sock doesn't want to get down too much, but this team. Harris over the timeline. Fronted Watkins. Coming out. That's Gardner at 6'4", handles the ball well. Pastore picks him up. Harris, little dish to the right side. Quick jumper, nothing but air. He missed it that time. Manigault couldn't hit the shot. 16-10. Sock with a chance to cut it down to 3 or 4. Deep jumper. Gare, nothing but net. That's what they need. They cut it to 16-13.
And right now, Bishop Mcdevitt's going to a big lineup. They got Gardner in there and Manigault in there.
That time on the challenge, that time Harris gave it baseline on that right side. Manigault, and Manigault gets clipped and fouled on the way in. 16-13. Foul against Armson.
That's number 2 on him.
Yeah, he's down with the ball game. 2 personal fouls early there. To the free throw line, 16-13 our score. Knocks it down. Manigault out to a start tonight. He averages 17 points a game. He had 18 the last time for Manigault. He's got 4, working on 5 right here. 17-13. Sock grew within 3 in the Gare second 3 of this ball game.
Armson will set down and into the ball game. Ross will return.
Yeah, Ross been shut out early, but it's only a matter of a stroke or 2 to keep him going. He's got green light all night for the leading scorer. Manigault, second shot won't go. Watkins got up and got the rebound, and now Sock coming down here trying to settle down. Pastore, Harris on him. They're going to trap to the side. Watkins goes baseline. Kickback that time by Armson. On the drive, Ross got to the line and That's what you've got to do. Continue to drive, let them foul, and get you to the free throw line where Gerald Ross coming in on the season.
Gerald Ross has a man in his face all the time. He's going to have trouble getting off of that three, off unless he can drive to the basket like that and make him take that man off him a little bit and give him some room.
Mosley, the foul, his second of the ball game, coming off the bench for Mcdevitt. Ross again to the line, looking for his first points of this game. 17-13, 76% free throw line, 19 points a game for Gerald Ross. 6'2 senior, all-state in football, all-state in basketball, all-time leading sock receiver in history.
Boy, and he's having trouble tonight. Missed both fouls.
Here comes Willoughby. They come out. Manigo. Harris runs that point. Off the high screen. Willoughby. Watkins comes out to meet him. Fights off a screen. Deep jumper Smith. And Glenn Smith on the putback. Manigo can't hit it. Goes back up again and draws the foul. That's tough. Trying to challenge a big guy inside. He's getting a lot of buckets inside.
Yeah, Pastore will commit that foul. But I'll tell you what, it may have been a good foul. You don't want to give him an easy shot in here. 17-13, you got it to a 4-point game. Make him work for it, although Manigo can also shoot from the foul line.
Jamil Manigo, 6'3 junior, 17 a game. First team, All-Philly Catholic League. This shot goes. 18-13. Mcdevitt. We've got 21. It's a quick first period, but a lot of up and down play in this ball game. One thing Mcdevitt did, showed you their transition and got back to stop Sock's fast break.
Yeah.
Second goes.
It's both of them, and Manigo will set back down again. Smith will come back into the ball. That's Robert Smith will come back into the ball game.
Manigo's got 7. Here comes Loyalsock, Pastore, breaking pressure. Smith on him, comes to the left side. Little give and go down there, and pretty play. Watkins got it to his brother Connor, relayed it in. 19-15, they cut that lead back down again.
And I'll tell you, Connor Watkins right now is playing a great game, both defensively and offensively.
Sock doubles the ball and cuts the lead to 4. We've played 1 from Hershey, PA. We'll take a timeout. This is the Rennie Road Armor All-State Game of the Week. Rennie Road Armor All-State Insurance. Rennie, congratulations. 40 years and, boy, no end in sight. You're not retiring. You love what you do.
Oh, exactly. And taking care of the customer and being there in their time of need is the most important thing about this business. We are available to customers 24/7. Everybody has our home, our office, and our cell numbers. We never refuse to take a call or take care of people when they need it.
Rennie Road Armor, Allstate Insurance.
There's a reason why you come here. With every visit, we embrace our customers like family. We're the name you've trusted for over 32 years.
We show how much we value our customers with unrivaled service, a commitment to hometown values, and unmatched selection.
Fairfield isn't just any dealership. We're the area's most trusted dealerships. Fairfield. For fair deals, you're gonna love us.
Milton Hershey High School, Gary Crispin and Bay Bear, our Rennie Road Armor All-State game. If you watch live, cablesportslive.com, webweeklylive.com. And, of course, I know they've had some Facebook problems around the nation today. And we'll be linking, certainly, the replay on Facebook if you don't get it tonight. Mcdevitt, team out of the Philadelphia Catholic League. They played an unbelievable schedule. They're 19-6, ranked 3rd in Pennsylvania. Sock, the number 1 team, has won 20 in a row, 27-1. Gardner coming out high. That's Willoughby. Head of the circle, Amir Harris, an outstanding point guard. Robert Smith feeds in low. Gardner backs up. And it's going to be an offensive foul. He ran over Gare, who hit the deck and held his ground.
Good play by Gare. He set up behind him. Knew the guy was going to try to drive back in, and a little bit too much power.
Here comes Watkins. Ross, he's due to score. Takes it to the hole. Hooks, partially blocked. Rebound comes out. It's going to be Willoughby. Boy, did they race it up in a hurry. One step to the hole. Glenn Smith. Deep jumper three won't go. Off the miss. And it remains a Royal Lancer ball from Mcdevitt after the miss by Robert Smith. 19-15. Sock trailed by as many as 7 twice in this game.
I'll tell you what, the coaching staff from Mcdevitt has played in big-time games like this, as we talked about all season, and the coach is rotating people into this ball game nicely. Manigo is back in.
Harris off the drive, takes it to the hole and uses the glass and blue pass Ross to put it in to extend the lead back to 21-15. They're up 6. Here comes Sock. Ross over the timeline. Fronted by Robert Smith. They put a couple of people on him tonight to quiet Ross, and they've done a good job defensively. High screen by Watkins. Gare looks for the 3. Ross. Bremer has scored 4 but has 2 fouls. He's back in the game. Right wing, pass Story. Watkins. High lob inside. Bremer had it kicked away off the break. Robert Smith turns, finishes, and gets to the rim and lays it in. And it's 23-15.
I want to tell you something. They've done a great job of taking the 2 scorers from Loyalsock.
Lost the handle. Fast break from Gardner. Back the other way, and a foul is going to be a blocking foul that time by Gare, who thought he got there. And gone to the hole, Robert Smith.
Yeah. What I was saying was Bishop Mcdevitt has done a great job of matching up and taking out the 2 big scorers from Loyalsock. Gare hasn't had a lot of looks at the basket, nor has Ross had looks at the basket.
Game of the week brought to you by Liberty Arena and Chaos Fun Zone, home of Spore Sports Bar Grill and Fly World, the go-to place. Severn Street, Williamsport. Get ready for St. Patty's Day weekend. They've got everything going on Saturday and Sunday. Do not miss it. Food specials, band, all kind of giveaways. Check it out at Score Sports Bar and Grill for St. Patty's weekend and the Chaos Fun Zone at Liberty Arena. To the line, Smith knocked down 2 to make it a 10-point lead, their largest of the night, 25-15. Watkins, pass Story. Penetrates off the dribble, gives it to Gare. That time it would not go, overshot it in the air ball. They've had 4 air balls tonight for Sock with his defense in their face. Smith. Bremer comes out on him. Bremer's playing with 2 fouls. Glenn Smith. Robert Smith from deep and knocks it down from 3. Wow. And they've extended the lead to 13, and he's got 13 first-half points at 28-15. Boy, Robert Smith on fire, both on offense and defense. Look at the defense by Amir Harris. They wanted the 5-second call. Right now, Ross got to settle. They're using different people switching on him. Robert Smith and Amir Harris. There's an open court steal by Manigo, end to end, and lays it in. And Sock needs time. They're down 15, 30-15. It is Bishop Mcdevitt on top. We'll take a timeout. Let's see if they go with the long or the short. This is the Rennie Road Armel 60-second timeout. We'll be back in a minute. Sock down 15.
Roach Financial has been committed to building trustful, long-lasting relationships with our customers for over 25 years now. Over the years, both our personal as well as our family of customers has grown. Our mission has remained clear: stay true to our ethics and constantly keep our customers' needs in mind. Come join our family for the next 25 years as we continue to provide employee benefit and financial services within the community we serve.
BJ's Steak and Rib House, a Central PA classic since 1982, has done it again. They have perfected the authentic wood-fired Neapolitan pizza. It is unlike anything you've tasted. Handcrafted the traditional Naples way, using authentic products and preparation techniques in an amazing hand-built imported Italian wood-fired oven. 900 degrees, 90 seconds later, it's perfection. Check it out at BJ's Steak and Rib House, Selinsgrove. Ron Ansinger needed a quick timeout. Took the full minute. They're down 15 and in dire straits here early in the game. Sock has not been in this position all year long, and right now they're down 15 and need a bucket badly against a really talented deep team, playing great defense, taking away the fast break, and only giving a one shot many times down. Pastore penetrates, turns, dribbles, banks too hard. Watkins in the paint, turns, it wouldn't go in. Bremen goes up again and draws the foul. And it looks like it may be Amir Harris.
I think it's going to be Harris on the far side, got him from behind. And, it's what Loyalsock needs to do right now is they need to creep back into this ball game and give them a better shot at the second half. Still a lot of time left.
Hey, Game of the Week brought to you by a guy that we did his games back in '99, 20 years ago, Derek Slaughter.
All right, foul shot did not hit the rim, so we'll get an out of bounds underneath the basket by Bishop Mcdevitt, and need some good defense right now. They got that diamond in right now, but you're going to have trouble trapping this team. This team is quick.
Boy, they sure are. They play a really tough schedule, and a bunch of those big games against 6A teams. They only lost to the number 1 6A team, Roman Catholic, by 4 out of Philly. Number 1 team in 6A in Pennsylvania. Ross with a rebound.
Boy, he just can't. They're on him. He has to get rid of the ball as soon as he gets it.
Pastore, head of the circle, could hit the three. Here comes Manigo. Off the break, laying it up and in. Pretty play that time. Boy, I'll tell you talk about A.J. Greenberg comes in and scores off the bench, and it's a 17-point Sock deficit that they've got to overcome.
Going to be a foul called against Bishop Mcdevitt. We'll see who it's against. It's going to be the second foul on Amir Harris. That's 2 quick fouls on him.
32-15. Loyalsock trails in this game. The winner would play Newman Goretti or Wyoming Seminary. Goretti had been the number 1 team of the state. Mcdevitt, when they beat Goretti, became number 1. Goretti did avenge the loss in the playoffs. Watkins turns, scoops, and hits. And they needed a bucket badly.
Yes,
there.
they did.
He's got 6 points in the game, 32-17. So far, they've shut Ross to no points early. Steal, Sock, transition, Ross's first 2. 4 unanswered points, and now Will Chavis wants to take time with 3:51 left until halftime. Rennie Road Armel Allstate, Game of the Week. We will take the quick timeout. Let's look and see if they're going to take the 30. It will be the 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Hey, by the way, we've got to tell you, City Council, of course, and County Commissioner, and all the running for the offices coming up in the primaries. Tony Messer, of course, is running again. He's been your County Commissioner for the last 7 years. Honored to serve Lycoming County. And Tony's a great guy, believing in meeting his constituents face-to-face. His big fight is on crime, drugs, and drug trafficking, and a great supporter of our police, fire, and emergency responders. Tony Messer, supporting economic development here in Lycoming County. Paid for by Messer for County Commissioner. Quick timeout, not fooling around. Will Chavis, it was a co-captain for Bob Knight at Texas Tech. And boy, you see how tenacious his defense is. There's a baseline drive that time. They got it to Manigo, who was wide open, and he just drew the foul, got to the baseline. Sock tried to double the ball, leaving people open. They're getting some easy buckets, and that time they had to come down and foul as Loyalsock commits the foul. Going to be Anthony Pastore, his first of this ball game. 32-19 our score.
That was a nice long pass. I think that's the first foul shot Manigo's missed.
Sock was down 17 and had to call a timeout. 32-19 a moment ago. They answered with 4 back to cut it down to that 13-point deficit. That's where we are right now. 3:42 till halftime. Loyalsock needs to finish strong here. Try to get it down to single digits as we turn for home. Manigo to the line. That time it rolls up, misses 2. And here come the Lancers against the Royal Lancers. Gare hit a couple of big threes. Watkins penetrates, got it high off the glass, and it would not roll in. Connor gets to the line. Big free throws here to cut that deficit down.
And right now they're getting beat underneath the basket with shots out of Loyalsock. So Mcdevitt, I think, is going to come in with their big team again. Gardner's over on the sideline. He'll be coming into the ball game.
And to the line is Watkins to the free throw line. And boy, I tell you right now, you've got to make all your foul shots. You've got to make some plays, and you want to get the ball to Gerald Ross, get him in that rotation, get him hot, because he can take off.
The trouble with Ross and Gare right now is, in order to get into a rhythm, you got to get opportunities, and they're not getting opportunities.
Well, you talk about getting in your head. You're now 1 out of 8 at the free throw line. Brema got the rebound, put it back up. Ross had it rejected by Manigo, or Gardner rather. And the ball, who does it come back to?
It'll go to
it's going to go to McDevitt. Sock thought they had it, 32-19, 3:28 until halftime. Randy Road Armel All-State game. You're watching WebWeeklyLive.com and CableSportsLive.com. You can watch anytime here. Sock is going to get themselves into a zone. They go 3-2, and 2-3 rather, and you see how much they respect the quickness of this team, trying to lock them down in a half-court defense and stop some of the bleeding. That's Glenn Smith. Coming out to that right side, kicking it back. Mosley, head of the circle again. Smith. Right now, they're not in a hurry, and may try to force Sock with a lead to come out and go man. And Sock does just that. Come out of the zone, they go man. Sock turns it up, and Gare got the steal. Pastore, big step to the hole, lays it in. What a move by Pastore, the hop step for 2, 32-21.
Yeah, taking the air out of the ball in that situation, I did not understand at all. I mean, the only thing it could save you is if you come up with 2 points at the end, but they're holding you.
Good job defensively. 5-second call, great defense by Gerald Ross. And what they wanted to do, they wanted to play man, and obviously Loyalsock came out after they came out, showed that 2-3, and that's the typical thing when you've got a lead and you don't want to go against that zone. We're going to hold it for a while. Sock switched right away into the man and caused the turnover, and a big bucket pass Story, and a great defensive play that time by Ross. Got the 5-second call in his man. Gare gives it to Watkins, turns, banks, spins. It will not stay in. Follow-up, Watkins. At 6'3" has been so much to this team. They've cut it under 10. It's a 9-point game, 32-23.
And in this ball game right now, Watkins is just driving this team.
Harris out of the circle. Crowd into the ball game. Yelling defense. Gare, good defense. Got a hand on it. Last touch, Lancers. It's going to come back to Mcdevitt with 1:48 here in the second period. Jameer Mosley, 6'1" junior guard who came off the bench, will inbound. Coming out here to Amir Harris, who runs the point. And now the referee, they may be talking about the clock to make sure the clock is squared away.
All right, the clock was running when the ball wasn't in play. So now they got to talk it over and figure out how much time ran off the clock. Minute 36, it says up here, they're going to put 151 up.
Sock's done a great job right now cutting this lead down. Sock was down. They've scored 8 in a row. It's an 8-0 run. They've cut this ball game down from 17. And now they're down 9 in the game. So good defense by Loyalsock, making plays, out-hustling this club in the last couple of minutes and cutting it from a 17 to 9-point game with 1:51 till halftime. Mcdevitt out of Philly. Philadelphia Catholic League, and they played an unbelievable schedule this year. Harris. Sock trying to double the ball, switching in. Man into some zone again. Jumper deep. Mosley won't go. Hustle, rebound. Manigo lays it up and in.
Manigo's playing a whale of a game.
He's got it back to an 11-point game, but Sock was an 8-0 run. Here's Ross, Pastore. And now Mcdevitt backs up a little bit right here. They've denied the break of Sock. Anytime you say if you're going to beat Loyalsock, you're going to take away transition, and they certainly did that. They've taken the scoring of Ross away, and now the defense forces a turnover again as Pastore diving for the ball, touched it last, and it comes back to Mcdevitt with 1:10 till halftime.
Got a reaction out of the fans from Mcdevitt there. Or was that Sock? No, it was Mcdevitt.
With the basketball, Robert Smith. He's been hot. That time, no. Rebound, Ross. Gerald comes out to Watkins. Long pass Story back to Ross. They've denied him, and he gets stripped by Robert Smith, who takes it end-to-end, lays it up and in.
Boy, you don't see that happen often.
Boy, I'll tell you talk about 36-23 and back down to 13. Ross just have to shake this tough start off because he's been shut out in the first half of the game. Hayden Gare get the opening three of the game, hit a deep three later. Ross on the denial. Good defense. They've taken him out with Gardner. Jumper deep won't go. Hustle rebound comes back off Sock, and Mcdevitt has it back with, we're running down to the final 13.5 seconds in the second period. Mcdevitt led by as many as 17. Sock cut it to 9, and now it's a 13-point game again. Loyalsock will need that breather at halftime to try to get back in against this really tough team out of Philadelphia. Manigo up the lane, drives in the paint, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Arpson got a piece and pulls it down. Got it away to Pastore at the buzzer. Pastore, high banker doesn't go, and that is it. That is the end of the first half of this ball game. Loyalsock's going to have to come from behind for the top-ranked team in Pennsylvania. They're down 13, 36-23. We'll take a timeout. This is the Rennie Road Armel All-State Game of the Week. We'll be back. Fairfield Auto Group, Fairfield for Fair Deals. Halftime show is coming up next. Rennie Road Armel All-State Insurance, 40 years in the business, Rennie. It's flown by, and you still love what you do. Congratulations.
Exactly. The key for me is I enjoy my job. I'm thankful for all the clients we've had. I'm thankful for people we've been helped through many terrible circumstances, from fires to floods to death in the family. It's different than a lot of jobs. You become part of the family. You're there when people need you.
Rennie Road Armel, Allstate Insurance. Biter's Furniture, Mattress and Appliances, 1966. Family owned, everything you need. Eric Biter, what's hot right now here?
What's hot right now is our sleep center. We've got one of the largest selections of mattresses in the area. Don't forget to add the adjustable base so you can go ahead and do that computer work or iPad work while you're sitting in bed. We've got motion furniture so you can watch the big game. And in the appliance department, tons of color. We've got black stainless, we've got slate, we've got it all.
Nobody does it like Biter's Furniture, Mattress and Appliance, Route 15, South Side.
Roach Financial has been committed to building trustful, long-lasting relationships with our customers for over 25 years now. Over the years, both our personal as well as our family of customers has grown. Our mission has remained clear: stay true to our ethics and constantly keep our customers' needs in mind. Come join our family for the next 25 years as we continue to provide employee benefit and financial services within the community we serve.
Chaos Fun Zone in the heart of downtown Williamsport, the go-to place for big kids and little kids and all kinds of fun. Chaos has everything from 12 brand spanking new boutique bowling lanes, the only laser tag venue in the area, over 40 arcade games that satisfy your inner gamer, indoor trampoline at Fly World complete with slam dunk hoops and dodgeball court. Perfect place for birthday parties and corporate events. And don't forget about the great food and fun and all the games at Scores Sports Bar and Grill inside Chaos, the premier sports destination with 12 beer taps and all kind of great rotating craft beers, plus 15 HD screens and the NFL Sunday ticket for all the big games. And then the Liberty Arena for leagues and tournaments, clinics, and a variety of sports, including soccer, baseball, softball, and more. Don't miss it. It's Chaos, the Chaos Fun Zone, the hot new place in Central PA. Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear. Hey, we're back. Derek Slaughter, and it's certainly a man that we did his games 20 years ago. Williamsport guy, now city councilman running for mayor. A great vision for a new start. And it's called, let's get the city financially responsible, making a move, keeping taxes low, and the taxpayers able to afford to live in a great city like Williamsport, PA. Great vision for a fresh start. Williamsport's own Derek Slaughter, teacher, and of course, a man that we did his games for the '99 state champion, and now running for mayor, the primary coming up in May. It's all brought to you by Derek Slaughter for Mayor and the Slaughter for Mayor Campaign Committee. 36-23 is the score in this ball game. Mcdevitt has had this club on the run pretty much from the opening gun. Gare hit the first three, and then they were tied, and then they were down by as many as 7 early. Largest deficit was 17. We're going to talk more about that coming up in a minute. Let's talk Price Optical Athlete of the Week. And Gerald Ross, 21 points. Tonight he shut out in the first half. They need plays like this out of Gerald Ross. He's been the Price Optical Athlete more than anybody this season in football and in basketball. But right now, they're going to need a big second half out of this guy. But what a year, what a career for Gerald Ross.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you know, he is just an excellent basketball player. Having a rough night tonight a little bit, but I mean, they're really taking him out of the game. You know, that was the focus of what they have to do. You know, most of the time, he's going to beat most of the people he's going to play, and hopefully we'll see him go to the next level in one of the sports.
We've got a big second half for Gerald Ross. I think it's coming. We'll take a timeout. That is the Price Optical Athlete of the Week. Gerald Ross, good chance he could be the player of the year. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. Sock down in this ball game, 36-23 from Hershey. Hey guys, we're back here in Lewisburg. It's the Fairfield Chevy Cadillac halftime show. Gary Crispin with Rick Quigley, Denny Spots. What a location, Rick. I know of all these locations, you're really proud of this one.
Love this one, Denny. It's a brand new, great facility. Everything's brand new here, right on 15. Great location with over 400 cars in stock.
Yeah, you talk about a huge selection, Denny. Cadillac continues to evolve and be very hot as it evolves even younger and sportier. And what a lineup of caddies.
Yeah, the Cadillac line has really come around in the last few years with being a premier luxury brand. The technology, the features that they put in these things are amazing. We've got new models coming out every 6 months for the next few years. And
what about the car that drives itself? Which one is that? I know you're going to get me in that car.
Yes, the CT6 will actually drive itself down the highway hands-free.
Wow.
And it's pretty amazing.
Great experience.
Yeah, I imagine. And the Escalade is always big. And, of course, you talk about Chevy. You've got a great lineup of Chevys right here in the showroom. Talk about sporty, hot cars.
From Camaros to Silverados, Equinox, Tahoes, we have everything, and we have a huge selection. The 18s are going fast.
And, of course, the 19s, they're here. Check it out, Fairfield Chevy Cadillac. Rick, you know, Silverado, a huge seller, and you got to talk about service. That's something you're most proud of. Service is what you guys do best.
That's our top priority, and we have services #1 here, and we will continue to be that, along with our best pricing.
Absolutely. Check it out. Fairfield for fair deals. Fairfield Chevy Cadillac, Route 15, Lewisburg, PA. We're back with more halftime right after this.
River Valley Transit has partnered with the Community Arts Center for its 4th year to provide a free show shuttle service for the 2018 and 2019 season. Park downtown, grab a bite to eat, ride the show shuttle to the CAC, then after the show, have the show shuttle return you to your car. The show shuttle operates in 4 15-minute loops starting 1 hour prior to the show. The show shuttle operates 2 loops following the show, one starting 10 minutes after the show and the second loop starting 30 minutes after the show. The show shuttle offers 5 stops, including the Community Arts Center. This service is only available for select shows. For more information, please visit caclive.com.
Hey, we're back. Fairfield Chevy Cadillac halftime show. Gary Crispin and Bay Bear. Sock taken to task a little bit in the first half. They cut the lead to 9 after trailing by 17 at 32-15. Got back within 32-23, but Mcdevitt came back and attacked, and they're down right now at halftime, 36-23 our score. Sock 11 turnovers and 1 from 8 shooting. Ross has been held to 2. Gare hit 7, 2 threes, and some heads-up play in the middle by Watkins. Bramy hit a couple inside, but I'm telling you, taking away transition, playing tough D, not allowing the break, and just playing them defensively like no defense they've seen in Sock. Playing for their life now.
Well, you know, when Sock played against Williamsport, remember at the end of the game we told them, we said, that's playoff speed, right? This is playoff speed right here. And I thought Sock started to gas a little bit there in the first quarter, towards the end of the first quarter. They came back strong in the second quarter, and we'll see how they came out now in the third and fourth. But this is a very good offensive and defensive team Mcdevitt put on the floor.
Robert Smith put on a show defensively and offensively. He stopped Ross and he scored. He has 15 first-half points, and Manigo, we know he'd be good. He's got 11 in the first half of this ball game to lead the Royal Lancers against the Loyalsock Lancers. Mcdevitt up 36-23. We'll be back second half coming. This is the Rennie Rhode Armel All-State game. Watching WebWeeklyLive.com and CableSportsLive.com. And, of course, when we replay it, we'll link it again to Facebook. We'll take a time out from Hershey. Hey guys, back here at Biters, it all started with appliances. 1966, grandfathers selling appliances from the garage many years ago, and now you've evolved bigger and better than ever. And Eric Biter, I'm telling you, tell me what is hot this year.
Right now it's color. In the appliance industry, you're going to see colors like slate, and behind us we've got some black stainless, one of the hottest colors that's out right now.
You've got a tag up here. Show me what that means, because I think it means you've got the lowest prices when it comes to appliances.
That's right. On these tags go out, they scrape our website and our competitors' website, so we know that we're priced right for all the product that we have on our floor.
Absolutely. So many great things that you have. All right. Tell me more about how you can get an item that maybe you don't have right now. You can turn it around, get it pretty quickly, right?
We can. We have access to a distribution center in Harrisburg with $29 million worth of inventory. If they have it in stock, we'll have it within 24 hours.
Everything under the sun, and a great display that you have right here. Let's talk about this. Fantastic.
This is GE's hot color right now, the black stainless. This is the most popular color that we have on our floor.
Lowest pricing, best selection, Biters since 1966. Eric, thanks.
Thank you, Gary.
Biters Furniture, Mattress, and Appliance, South Williamsport. Check them out today. Jim Moff & Associates. You've been at it for 30-plus years. The biggest kick you must get is helping so many people out achieve the proper retirement with the money they really need, right?
Correct. Now, there's some folks that really don't have a lot of assets, but we're able to help them to achieve financial success for retirement. A little bit of discipline and some savings each month will get them there.
Jim Moff & Associates, moffandassociates.com.
1027, the 80s to now.
The IAA Milton Hershey High School, Gary Crispin and Babe Bear, the Rainy Road Armor All-State game. Sock down 36-23, starting the third period. As you watch it live, Connor Watkins will inbound to Pastore to start. Robert Smith, who played a great first half, comes out. He led all scorers with 15 points and comes out defensively on Watkins now. Pastore, that's Glenn Smith on him. Coming out to Gare, head of the circle to Watkins again. Now the switch, Watkins fronted again. Harris comes out on Pastore. Watkins puts it on the floor, had it kicked away. The quick hands of Smith again.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you, they're quick defensively. You talk about Will Chavis, who played at Texas Tech under Bobby Knight, putting so many of Bob Knight-isms into their offensive and defensive scheme. They play tough, and there's the strip in midcourt on the double team by Smith, who finishes at the rim for a 15-point lead. He's got 17 points in the game to lead all scorers 38-23. Here comes Ross, who had only 2 in the first half of the game. Got frustrated early by the tough defense, and a number of people switching and playing defense on him. Watkins down low, turns, spins, scoops, it won't go. Manigo got the rebound, outlet away. Glenn Smith puts it on the floor, gives it back in. The foul comes late. Seneca Willoughby laid it in on the foul, and I believe it will be Brema. If it is, it will be his 3rd personal foul of the game,
Yeah,
and that's tough.
That was a foolish foul. He should have never laid a hand on the guy. The ball was already released, and he went over and gave him a little forearm.
Game of the week brought to you by Eric Biter from Air. We need a businessman to fix everything in town. And Eric Biter from Air, fresh start for Williamsport, working to prevent increased property taxes. Eric is a guy that has been a businessman and facing serious financial problems in Williamsport, and only a businessman can fix them. Eric Biter from Air, paid for by Biter from Air Committee. Eric Biter from Air. Deep jumper, Gare would not go. Transition, Manigo. Brema got the rebound, but a hustle by Glenn Smith took it away. And there might be a reach-in foul the other way. It will come back. Boy, I tell you what.
I don't know what.
It's going to come back to Mcdevitt. That's a great hustle move by Glenn Smith to keep that alive, and Sock touched it last. Amir Harris on the inbound to Robert Smith, who's got 17 points in the game. Pastore fronting him. Smith is 6'2" against 5'8", 5'9" in Pastore. Baseline, Smith. Robert Smith had it stripped and stolen by Gare. Gare crosses over, drives, and draws the foul and gets to the free throw line, where Sock is only 1 out of 8 in this game. They've got to settle down and hit him now.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I thought Gare committed that foul. Gare drove into the man and pushed him off, and he got away with one there, I think.
41-23 the score in this ball game. And Sock now down 18. That is their largest deficit of the ball game. Gare to the line. Got another, and 41-24 is our score. Gare's got 8, working on 9 in the game. Second shot, Gare won't stay in, and Sock just has trouble tonight on almost every phase of the game. Finishing down and a block by Ross. Hopefully that gets him going, and a block shot on a Smith shot by Glenn Smith. Stolen, coming down Harris. On the break, good denial in the paint, and Sock gets it back.
Good defense.
Good job that time. And Seneca Willoughby wanted to go in, and Sock got in the passing lane and took it back. Deep 3, Gare, short. It's the front of the iron and out of bounds. Loyalsock one and done again. That's been the story of this ball game.
Yeah, you know, they were playing, getting some offensive rebounds in the first half of the ball game, but they've lost that somewhere. Reese Watkins into the ball game for Loyalsock.
Harris, Robert Smith over Blema, and that's going to be the offensive foul. And Bam stood there and got set and took the charge. 41-24. Good job that time as Reese Watkins comes back in, number 23. He's given them a lift in the playoffs, coming off a broken hand. He was out much of the season.
And Manigo, the team leader, goes over and says, settle down. You know, that wasn't worth it.
Gare comes out high to Brema. Bam puts it on the floor, off the pump fake. A whistle, and it will be a foul. It'll be team foul number 3 of the second half of this ball game against this club. Nobody really in foul trouble, but Bremer's got 3 of his own.
That one's going to go against Manigo, only his first.
Ross shovels into Watkins, who turns and banks and hits. Big bucket. Connor Watkins playing a big game.
Playing a huge game.
You're going to your senior leadership. He's got 10 points in the ball game, and just showing you why he's just such a great athlete. Of course, he came off that football injury, but headed to Villanova as a QB, and you just have that feeling he's going to have big-time success for the Wildcats.
You know, he has an athletic head. You know, he's a competitor, and he's smooth. You know, there's nothing flashy about him. All right, but he just makes plays, and that's one more he made right there. Leading rebounder.
41-26, 3-point play. They cut it back to a 14-point game. Sock trailed by as many as 18 a moment ago. They got it within 9 at the tail end of that second period. Loyalsock putting some pressure on, some man pressure now, a different look. And it's going to be reaching against Pastore. It'll be his second personal foul, that time reaching in on the bump against Amir Harris, the 5'11 junior point guard.
Come on now, you got to. They need to stop now, bad.
Willoughby on the inbound, got it away to Harris. Harris rushes it up, gives it Manigo. Boy, good job sharing the ball that time. Denial Brema took it away from Glenn Smith. Putting on the deck, Mosley in the lane. Floater won't go. Harris got it back in a second chance, and that's been the story tonight from Mcdevitt. Sock trying to turn up the D with 5:08 left in the third period. They're down 14. A bump, that's going to be a foul, and a foul by Pastore reaching in. And that was almost a delay call. I thought, boy, was that a foul? I thought he was going to get away with it, but then he blew the whistle. 41-27.
That's going to be 3 on Pastore. Now there's a problem right there.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
You can't afford to lose Pastore.
In a game like this, you've got to have Pastore in there. And now knowing that Pastore, we'll see if Harris tries to draw the foul, and that time he dribbled off the foot. Good D Pastore forced a turnover, and now Sock needs to come down here and score and do something good.
And I tell you what, the coach was all over him over there on the side. He says, you can't hang on to that ball. They're going to trap you on the side, and something like that's going to happen. This team, I gathered that this team here, Mcdevitt, has a tendency to have low points in a game.
Pastore, good job shoveling at the baseline, gets it back, nowhere to go there, back to Gare. Gare comes up the lane, had it partially blocked in the middle of the lane that time, the block by Willoughby. Loose ball picked up, Gare again. Feed Watkins, steal Smith. Glenn Smith shovels and gives it back to Willoughby for 2. And boy, that lead goes back to 16. 43-27.
Lot of turnovers here by Loyalsock. Very uncharacteristic of how they play.
We've seen Philly teams over the years, and boy, you can score in bunches in a hurry. Reese Watkins against Mosley. Ball gets kicked out of bounds, and now Sock need a lift, and hopefully the lift comes from Gerald Ross, who's been shut down in this ball game, held to 2. One of the great players in Sock history.
Well, Ross now becomes the point guard.
That time ball goes out, kick last, and I do not think Sock feels that should come the other way and should have been touched last the other way, and I think they're going to reverse it. No, they're not.
Yeah.
They're going to give it back to Mcdevitt, and now Sock has just got to let it go. C.I. Ron Insinger can't be happy, and he's up yelling. They clearly missed that play.
Yeah, but both officials called it the same way.
I know the other officials on the other side of the court. I don't think he saw it. He just went with that guy.
Okay.
Here comes Willoughby. In command, Mcdevitt. Robert Smith had it stripped by Watkins. Reese got it away to Ross. Gerald turns up, jumper short. And that kind of a night. Glenn Smith got the rebound. 3.5 to play, third period. Sock down 16. Trying to double the ball. Kicking it back, Willoughby. Smith penetrates up the lane. It goes. It will be again a charge, and that time Brema stepped in and took it again. Good job by Brema getting set.
I'll tell you what, this Mcdevitt team is really making Loyalsock run right now.
Well, you know, you take a look at the team, who they play.
Yeah.
And how they play. You know, you're playing Roman Catholic losing the number 1 6A team in the state, 57-53. They lost by 8 to Chester. They split with Newman Goretti. You know, this team, they've beaten some really good ranked teams in Pennsylvania, still alive in the playoffs. Reese Watkins feeding low. Connor Watkins goes up. That ball hit the side of the glass. Off the follow, picked up by Reese Watkins in a good hustle move. He's going to get to the free throw line. Some contact there. Sock had a horrendous 1 for 8 at the line in the first half of this ball game. And they have struggled at the free throw line tonight. They're 3 out of 11. Down 16. They need everything here with 3 minutes to play in the third.
Wow.
Boy, it's just been a night.
This is a team that usually shoots well from the foul line.
Free throw line in the season, 65%.
They're not even close to that.
Second time around, Reese Watkins. Free throw line, down 16. You're watching WebWeeklyLive.com and CableSportsLive.com tonight. I know there was a Facebook problem around the nation today, 43-28. Should get a chance to replay it on Facebook tomorrow. Sock down 15, trying to turn up the full court pressure. They're going man pressure now. They started with zone trap press. This club ate it alive early. Harris floats and he hits a jumper for the free throw line. Nothing but net. And they extend the lead back to 17, 45-28.
Loyalsock is doing some good things right now, but they're just getting answered. Still can't get under that 15-point.
Pastore comes out high. Ross. Gerald goes baseline, turn around, jumper short. Goes back up and stays with it. And only his 4th point of the night, 45-30. And a feeling that Sock needing a spark here. If they can make a run here and again cut it back under 10 by the end of the quarter. Gardner off the bench, turns up, shoots. 6'4" pivot man. That time, shot that I don't think Will Shavis wanted out of him. Good job that time, a little pick and roll off Brema. Ross gives it back to him as he goes to the hole and lays it in, 45-32. And time is called. We'll take the 30. We'll take a timeout. Sock down 13. This is the Rennie Road Armor All-State Game of the Week. When it comes to menswear, the Clothier has the biggest selection in Pennsylvania, all the top name brands. This is the Babe Mare Makeover.
Babe, there's 2 beautiful coats you've tried on. They're both by Jack Victor, the beautiful patterns. I think the one you have on is the one you should get. Babe, the quarter zip sweater, the shirt, the tie, the Bills khakis pants, and the Alderman shoes is a perfect match for you.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport. Everybody's talking about Chaos, the brand new Chaos Fun Zone, fun for the entire family, featuring 40 arcade games, laser tag, 12 brand spanking new boutique bowling lanes, indoor trampoline at Fly World, plus slam dunk hoops, dodgeball court, perfect for birthday parties and corporate events. Great food, fun, and all the games for the entire family. Chaos Fun Zone. Loyalsock Lancers down 45-32. Good defense that time by Reese Watkins on the inbound. Getting some man pressure, trying to make something happen defensively and turn the tide to get back in this game. Trying to get it under 10 by the end of this quarter with 1:52 left in the third from Milton Hershey High School in Hershey, PA. Both of these teams want to be back here next weekend for the state title. Both have been number 1 in the state. Sock number 1 currently against this number 3 team. But this team plays one of the great schedules in Pennsylvania. And you see there, Cameron Gardner comes off the bench and hits a deep jumper out of the corner. 47-32. That'll be a 2.
I think that was Manico. We'll have to check that.
Minute 32 left. Giving it down inside. Gardner's going to dive after it again. And it's going to be a tie-up. Arrow points back. And that ball comes back to Mcdevitt. The Royal Lancers of Bishop Mcdevitt against the Loyalsock Lancers. You know, you see a lot of Tigers go head-to-head, but you don't see many Lancers go head-to-head. Probably the first time we've ever seen it. 47-32. Boy, Amir Harris does a great job running that point. Gets it away. That's Gardner again down there in traffic on the double team. And that time, good job forcing what looked to be, was it a bump and a foul against Watkins? And it will be. Remember, Brima's got 3. Watkins felt on the double team. They may have forced the pivot foot to slide, and the turnover is going to be a foul. It's going to be team foul 4 against Sock. It'll be the second against Connor Watkins. Robert Smith has been red hot, stepping back for 3, and that's what he's done all night long. Smith, who led all scores in this ball game, has got 20 of the night. Watkins fades, banks, and it will not go. Gardner now doing a good job underneath. Gives it away. Harris lost the handle. Sock down 18, largest deficit, and now they're down 20. Little give and go. Manigo gave it back to Gardner. Sock down 20 points in the game, 52-32 in the steal again. Here comes Harris, Mcdevitt, a team that feels they can win a state title under the former Texas Tech star Will Chavis, who's turned the program around.
I'm impressed with their discipline.
Gardner jumper short. Manigo back up and is foul in the way in. Reese Watkins was there, but so was Brima. Let's see what number they put up on the board. And this is the largest deficit of this game. 54-32 the score in this ball game.
That's going to go against the Bam, and that'll be his 4th. They got to pull him out.
Game of the week brought to you by Derek Slaughter from Air. And of course, Derek is looking at certainly a look at financial responsibility and how the tax dollars are spent. City Councilman, Williamsport High grad, Penn State grad, guy that played at the 99 Millionaires some 20 years ago, come back home to a town he loves. He's a teacher and also a professor of math adjunct at Penn College. Asking for transparency in city actions, efficiency in city process, and accountability in how the dollars are spent. Both Slaughter from Air, Derek Slaughter paid for Slaughter from Air Committee. 54-32.
You can see what they're doing to Ross. I mean, he had trouble just getting the ball up court, let alone getting off a shot.
Pastore dishes, gives it back to Watkins, and it finally fell in. 54-34, and that's it. Tail end of the third, and we'll take a minute timeout. We go to the final quarter of this ball game. Milton Hershey High School, Sock, has got a deep deficit to come back from. They're down 20. We'll be back from Hershey. Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance, 40 years in the business. Rennie, it's flown by, and you still love what you do. Congratulations.
Exactly. The key for me is I enjoy my job. I'm thankful for all the clients we've had. I'm thankful for people we've been helped through many terrible circumstances, from fires to floods to death in the family. It's different than a lot of jobs. You become part of the family. You're there when people need you.
Rennie Road Armor Allstate Insurance.
There's a reason why you come here. With every visit, we embrace our customers like family. We're the name you've trusted for over 32 years.
We show how much we value our customers with unrivaled service, a commitment to hometown values, and unmatched selection.
Fairfield isn't just any dealership. We're the area's most trusted dealerships. Fairfield. For fair deals, you're gonna love us.
We are back. Milton Hershey High School, Gary Crispin and Bay Bear Cable Sports in our 32nd season at the Rennie Road Armel All-State game. Connor Watkins inbounds past Story down to the final 8 in this ball game. Pastore off the high screen, penetrates up the lane, had it tipped and knocked out of bounds. Sock gets it back. And that time Austin Alcorn comes into the game, a 6-foot senior guard for the first time. 54-34, deep jumper. Gare, yes, his third three of the night from three-point land to cut it back to 17. And if you're going to get hot, this is the time you've got to make something happen and certainly make this team miss. And that time, the miss dunk with the putback. Manigo puts it back in and good, and it's back to 19. 54-37. Right now, I should say 56-37.
Right now, Loyalsock is tired, particularly Bam, who is walking up court. He has 4 fouls on him, but Ronnie Encino had to put him back in the ballgame.
Here comes Robert Smith. That time Manigo goes up and wanted to dunk it. It got high up and laid it in. And now Sock, you talk about a clinic by Bishop Mcdevitt. 17 for Manigo. He's got his average. 20 points. Robert Smith has led everybody. Watkins backs in, goes up too hard. That time Manigo with his defense. Alcorn gives it back. Gardner short. And it's a run and gun game. Here comes Gare. Pulling up from 3. That's his shot. Not that time. Robert Smith set the tone with his defense tonight against Ross and his scoring. Gardner stepping back and knocks down. Wow. That'll be a 2. And it goes to 60-37.
All right, Bam has walked up and down the court 3 times now, and he's got to get into this ball game.
Gerald Ross jumper with pressure on him, wanted a foul, didn't get it. Alcorn feeding a wide open Smith who lays it up and good, and now Ron Ensinger needs a timeout. 62-37 for a team 27-1, but tonight they ran into a buzzsaw for the City of Brotherly Love, actually from Wyncote, PA, in the Philly Catholic League, and we're going to take a timeout. 6:08 to play, and this will be the full 60. We'll take a minute. We'll be back from Hershey. And by the way, this ball game brought to you in part by Eric Biter from Air. And you talk about we need a businessman to fix the problems of Williamsport. Eric's been doing it a lot of years. Manager at Biters. He knows how to run a successful business, balance budgets, and understands the value of hard-earned dollars. The only candidate with real-world business experience. Eric wants to put his experience to work for the taxpayers of Williamsport. You talk about a fresh start for the city. Eric Biter. Check it out. For Williamsport, Biter from Air Committee paid for this ad. State Insurance welcomes Owen Oshevsky, the newest agent here. And Owen, your background is life insurance. Tell me why life insurance is so important for people to have.
Life insurance is the most important insurance that you can have. It's important because it's not for you, it's for the loved ones that you leave behind. So I recommend that everybody has some type of life insurance.
It's about protection. I tell you what, call Owen Oshevsky today. Rennie Road Armel Allstate. Here comes Sock, 62-37. Cable Sports with 6 to play in the ball game from Hershey. They're down by a bundle. Watkins, he's going to take the 3. It won't go. Ross goes up in a crowd. The reverse layup wouldn't go. Watkins goes up and Manigo got a piece. Yeah, will it be a foul?
Yeah, they're going to call. Yeah, it's going to be a foul.
Watkins will get to the free throw line. You know, you set the tone. You get beat up and down the court, and then they were only 1 of 8 at the free throw line to start this ball game in the first half. And it was one of those nights when they get in your head early, and that's exactly what the Royal Lancers of Mcdevitt did.
Well, you know, the pace of this game is just brutal, and Loyalsock did not get pushed by anybody. Up to this point of the season, it had speed like this and the ability to put things together, and very impressed with the coaching on Bishop Mcdevitt. They've done a whale of a job of putting this team together, the discipline and the understanding of the game and executing what they're supposed to be doing has been phenomenal. You usually don't see that out of a Philly team.
Yeah, you're talking about a Bob Knight mentality. No doubt. Cameron Gardner's been tough off the bench. Goes up, had it rejected on that turnaround. Trying to hook it, and Bam got the block and the rebound. Here comes Pastore. Little stop and start up the lane. Shoots and hits. Goes to the rim, and Anthony Pastore, they're going to miss him next year. 62-40. He's been a really tough point guard the last couple seasons. And that time Mosley goes up and got decked. The foul, it would be his 4th against Bremen. I think he may have hit his head.
No, that'll be the 5th. I think it's a 5th against Bremen.
It will be number 5 against Bam Bremen. And Mosley hit the deck, the 6'1" junior guard. And they're coming out to take a look at him. He's going to shake it off. Bam was the first guy to reach down and try to help him. But, boy, I'll tell you, sometimes a guy's coming that hard to the hoop. And that time Shamir Mosley hit the deck. And they're out with the trainer, Will Chavis. They're out taking a look at him with 5:12 left in this ball game. 62-40, our score in the game. Let's thank some of the sponsors here tonight. And, of course, we're talking the Rennie Road Armel All-State game. We've had some folks that help us out. PIAA anytime you stream live. As the crowd gives him a nice round of applause. Let's thank some of the other sponsors. The Clothier from men, biggest selection in the state. Winter clearance sale they have now and everything for spring coming. Check it out at the Clothier. Winter clearance sale, 50% off. We're talking sport coats, sport shirts, and sweaters. Check it out at the Clothier in the heart of downtown Williamsport. Jim Webb and the guys. Jim has been a big part of our broadcast the last few seasons. Webb Weekly gets into 58,000 households. They're a powerhouse when it comes to publications throughout the entire valley. And WebWeeklyLive.com. We partner with Jim. Our ball games always there, archived. You can watch them anytime, streaming live football, basketball, thanks to Jim Webb. Is a big supporter of cable sports. We made a great team with Jim, and also Jim and Paul Bowe, who broadcast the basketball games on WebWeeklyLive.com.
Had a little disturbance over in the far side in the Loyalsock bench, and they're trying to sort things out right now as to whether that was a foul. If that was a foul, that's 5 on Bam Bremen. He's out.
And they're talking about it. Number 5's got 5 next to his name. CI's out there talking about it right now.
I don't know. I thought it was a foul, but I don't have a look like the officials do.
Well, there appeared to be some real contact, and Mosley was coming hard, and he was caught off balance by a couple of players down there in the middle. So they're trying to wait and see, because it would be Bremen coming out of the game, and you lose your big guy.
Yeah,
on his way to Pitt, and could be the prototype defensive end for the Pitt Panthers. It's 6'6", 235, and he's only going to get better. But boy, you talk about what he was able to do. And now they're coming down with the idea that did we see a T here?
Yeah, it's a technical foul.
It was a T.
Now,
and to the line, that's Seneca Willoughby.
In defense of Bam Bremen,
I didn't see a T put up.
He needed to sit down. He needed to sit down and get a rest, and Ronnie Insinger had to put him back in the ball game. And he walked up and down the court for most of that time after he came back in. He was so tired. But
63-40, so the T against Sock. And at the free throw line right now shooting is Seneca Willoughby, 6'1" senior. Shooting guard, averages 10 points a game, started this game. Second rolls in and out. He's going to go shoot again. We've had the foul and the tee. That just ups the lead to 64-40 in this ballgame. I did not see the technical as we were away doing our commercial. But that just adds 24-point deficit right now in this ballgame.
And right now they've gotten a lot of the reserves off the bench. And that's what keeps a program moving, when you can get some time in against in a game like this.
Here comes Willoughby. They've got Alcorn in there. Greenberg is in. Played a little bit in the first half. That's good. And that's we're talking Cameron Gardner did a great job tonight. Did not start, but great job by Cameron Gardner. Did not start, but came off the bench in this game. Deep jumper, knocking it down. Pretty play that time. And the crowd on the other side, that's Greenberg that hits the shot, 67-40. Derek G's going to come in. Tough way to lose a ball game tonight. Sock wrapping up a season with 4:32 left. You're down 27. Pastore shovels. Watkins in traffic, turns, spins, and hits. 67-42.
I think Watkins is going to be a heck of a football player at
I do too. Watkins
he's
got
an athlete,
16.
man.
We talked about Cameron Gardner coming off the bench for this team, and he's been solid. He's got 7 points. Watkins off the strip and gets fouled coming back up the other way. And boy, I'll tell you, it looked like an intentional foul to me, and they wanted the intentional foul and did not get it. Watkins said he got grabbed, and it was pretty obvious that time as A.J. Greenberg simply grabbed him, preventing a breakaway layup by Connor Watkins, and Connor just said, "Wow."
Yeah.
And
yeah, you know,
that's frustrating.
Yeah. I think he did grab him. In that situation, I think sometimes it's hard to say.
Here's a look at it again, and I think when Greenberg is just going to reach in there, pretty much he tried for the reach around, but it looked like he grabbed him to slow him down, and it seemed like, you know, I'm going to prevent you from breaking away and getting that easy too. Yeah. 67-42 Loyalsock.
After seeing the replay, I don't think it was a grab.
And Sock down in this game. If you're just tuning in, they're down to third-ranked Bishop Mcdevitt out of Philadelphia. But you take a look at the teams they play.
Yeah.
Roman Catholic, 6A number 1 in the state. They lost to them by 4. Chester beat them by 8. They split with Newman Goretti, and they beat a lot of teams. The team that beat Newman last night by 40-plus, this club beat them by 2. They're the number 1 Class A team.
Right.
So they played one heck of a schedule, but a lot of 4, 5, and 6A teams. Go to Niall Ross. Loose ball picked up again. Mcdevitt. Greenberg gives it down low. Little stop and start's going to be a travel that time. Quinn Gilliard came in. The stop and start is going to be the turnover. The Sock fans react. We finally got a call, but the officials have not been the factor in this game.
No,
the
not at all.
factor has been Bishop Mcdevitt.
Right.
67-44.
That's
just
a good call,
really
Gary.
good basketball team.
Yes.
Watkins coming out. Ross, and Gerald still won't go from 3. Doesn't take away from his career, but boy, I tell you, one of the great players all time for Ross. He's got certainly options in basketball and football. And he's got a real upside as a wide receiver in football. It's going to be interesting to see where he goes, and he's also a good student. So he's, that's going to be a real factor of where Ross goes next year, so he can major in what he wants to do.
This is a tough finish for a really good ball club.
No doubt.
That came a long way.
You see a big difference not only in Philly but private schools, and that has been a story. Sock is the only public school left in this side of the bracket in the East, and 69-44, and that time, that's a 9th point of the night off the bench, as Gardner has been really tough, especially in the second half. Sock comes back 69-46 and lays it up and in. And Connor Watkins leads Sock with 20 points in this ball game. Greenberg, Pastore on him with 2:55 to play in the game. We'll get a score maybe later, but a good chance it could be a Newman Goretti Bishop Mcdevitt rematch. It would be the rubber match because they have split during the season. Goretti, the defending state champs in 3A. Gardner can't hit it. Gilliard goes back up. Derek G, who's been just playing tough off injuries, and that ball is going to be kicked, and Sock gets it back. And you're right, babe. Injured a year ago, injured in football, injured in basketball, but has just been a team guy and a crowd pleaser to see G come in. And we got Idris Ali coming in the ball game right now, and some guys playing for Sock for the very last time. And Gerald Ross coming off, and it was not his night. He leaves this ball game with, I believe, 4 points in the game. But boy, did he give them a lot for the last 4 years for the Loyalsock Lancers.
And they take all the seniors out. I'm looking around here. Yeah, all the seniors, unless one of the reserves they brought in is a senior. I don't think that's the case.
They brought Sager in. Ali out here, and of course we've got all new faces tonight in this game. Siraj Ali, Reese Watkins is in. Of course, he came off the bench earlier. Watkins going to shoot short. Armson comes in there on a hustle rebound play. And we've got 2:03 to play in the ball game. You've got Watkins, Armson in the game right now. Loyalsock Lancers trying to wrap it up. Rowan Sager is in. And Reese Watkins to the line with 2:03 to play. 69-46. Loyalsock trails in this game. They're going to bow out here tonight in Hershey. Good job, Ali. Denies it on that pass. Trying to get it up court to Sherrod Kennedy. Kennedy brings it up, running the point. Saw his name in some box scores. He had some good ball games this year for this club.
Boy, he has a nice move right there.
Nice scoop to the hole, nearly hit it. Rebound comes down, and that time Sager pulls it down. Gives it away to Watkins. Watkins comes down, Ali. Adris, high lob to Watkins down low, hustling with 1:26 left. Sager, and it's going to be stolen back. And getting a little bit sloppy in this final minute 21 left in this game. Sock is going to bow out at 27-2. They won 20 straight and put on some shows for the Loyalsock fans this year.
But, hadn't played anybody like this.
No, that's tough, and I really do think for any of the teams, and during the Pete White era, to be the best, you've got to play the best. Yeah. And I really think that all the local teams have got to go out and play as many good teams out of the area if you're going to be able to compete, because not a matter of being undefeated or winning, losing a game or two. It's a matter of what you do in the playoffs on the road to Hershey. Knocking it down for Sock. Free throw line, Rowan Sager, 69-47. Minute 15 left in this ball game.
Sock got left down a little bit by their opponents. Williamsport did not have a good team this year, and State College did not have a good team this year. So they've tried to pick some things up, but things just didn't turn out. But they need more good teams, I agree.
Kennedy goes in, had a kick back. Loose ball picked up. Jumper will not go, and here comes Armson. Away, Reese Watkins steps back for three, short. Rebound is going to be pulled down by Mcdevitt. Breakaway Kennedy lays it up and in. Sherrod Kennedy, who's only a freshman. 71-47 our score. Adris Ali, who CI told me last week, it really has come a long way in taking over and helping out at the point. Ali boys, one a sophomore, the other a freshman. Got some real play. Sock big concern was their depth because of injury this year. They got some guys back that helped him, but tonight that did not matter against a team of this caliber. And look at that move. Great move up the lane. And the shot that went in for Bishop Mcdevitt. And we do not even, that might be Middleton. We don't have a 13 on our roster. We're rolling down to the final seconds, 73-47, the final score of this ball game. And the Loyalsock Lancers were taken to task tonight by the third-ranked Mcdevitt Royal Lancers, who now go to 20-6 on the year. And they played the best of the city of brotherly love and have beaten a lot of them. And this is a team that will probably play Newman Goretti in the next round. What a battle. They have split during the regular season, and going to be real interesting to see how that matches up, because you may be looking at the state champion right here.
Well,
there's going to be a lot of good teams that will not beat this club.
I agree. I think, and I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind seeing that Newman Goretti game if that's who wins.
Hey, were we driving to Philly, or where are we going?
We'll go to Philadelphia.
That's St. Patty's Day. That's a good city to celebrate St. Patty's Day on Saturday. 73-47, the final score of this ball game. And this is the Rennie Road Armel All-State game. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with our Fairfield for Fair Deals postgame show. We'll be back in a moment for Milton Hershey High School as Sock bows out of the season. Some great seniors played well. 73-47. They played so well this year. I know it's disappointing, but what they've accomplished. But when you take a look at the difference between the public schools, and when you get into the city of brotherly love and you get some great teams like this and the teams they play, Sock was no match tonight. 73-47. Mcdevitt moves on. Good luck to the Royal Lancers as they get ready to play. Very good chance. The winner between Goretti and Wyoming Seminary. We'll take a timeout. This is the Rennie Road Armor All-State Game of the Week. Rennie Road Armor, congratulations. 40 years in the business. Rennie Road Armor All-State Insurance. Got to make you feel pretty proud of what you've been able to achieve with a great staff here. But as you told me, you're not thinking about retirement. You still love what you do.
Oh, yeah, I enjoy coming in every day. It's hard to believe 40 years. It seems like yesterday I was still in the classroom teaching. Time kind of flies when you enjoy what you're doing. You don't look at it as a job. You don't mind coming in, contact with the people, being helped some people out at times when they need it. It's a rewarding job.
Yeah, and an amazing thing, too. There's a lot of days on a Saturday or Sunday, you're in here working a bunch of hours because there's things to get done, but you're really enjoying updating folks on the insurance, making sure they're getting the proper discounts and the proper coverage.
Oh, yeah, getting people in for reviews is just so important. People don't realize how fast things are changing in this industry, how liability suits are escalating. We've got to make sure people have the right coverage there. That one accident or one mistake can't cost you everything you worked your whole life to have.
Well, the other thing you've told me many times, it's all about service, it's all about coverage. You got a great staff here, and that is certainly a key. Having folks that deal with people. When I first got involved with you guys, I knew I wasn't another number at an insurance agency. You get to be friends with your clients. That makes a difference when you come here. People know your name.
Exactly. It's basically like family. Some of these people are with me all 40 years that I'm in business, and you know, when they walk in the door, you know about their family, what their goals are in life, and where they stand.
Rennie, congratulations, 40 years and many more to come. Rennie Road Armor, Allstate Insurance, Westminster Drive, Williamsport, South Main, Mansfield.
Thank you.
Palco Federal Credit Union has served the area for over 75 years. Tom, Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you, Gary. We pride ourselves in our flexible, competitive loan products that we offer. We can finance houses, cars, boats. We offer a Visa card that's 8.9% fixed rate. Great products.
And I know your members love the online banking.
Absolutely. It's very easy to do. Just log on and you conduct all your business from your home.
Check it today. Palco Federal Credit Union, member serving members for 75 years. When it comes to Billtown's best pizza, everyone knows Park Pizza. Memorial Avenue, Williamsport, right behind the outfield fence at Bowman Field. Offering takeout, delivery, and dine-in. Open daily at 4 p.m. Finest pizza around and great stromboli, wings, and more. The best since 1960. It's a tradition in pizza like no other. Takeout, delivery, dine-in, Park Pizza since 1960. Give them a call today at 322-9024. Hey guys, we're back here at Biters Furniture Mattress Appliance. Biters, 52 years here in the Williamsport area, here in Southside. Matt Bauer Furniture Department. Everything's gone custom. You talk about comfort. That's what it's gone to. That's what it's all about. Best seat in the house. You've got it.
That's right. We have the hottest thing right now is definitely power. It's power recline. It puts your feet in the right position, puts your back in the right position, your head in the right position, and that's definitely the hottest thing right now.
Let me check this out. You know, it's like the remote. Wow, you've got the lumbar, you've got the foot rest area coming up. This is like the perfect seat at the 50-yard line for watching football and basketball and all your favorite games.
It's not only that you can track your deliveries, Gary, but it's going to be coming from a Biters truck from a Biters employee, not a delivery service, and then we're going to give you, in addition to that, hundreds of items that you can buy at prices that compete with all the internet big names.
You just sold me. Nobody does it better. Furniture, mattress, appliance. The name is Biters. Check them out today. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Gary.
Eric Biter for mayor. You talk about a businessman to fix some of the problems of Williamsport. Eric Biter, fresh new start for the city and running for mayor. This is something he's a local guy that's wanted to do this for a long, long time. He felt the timing is right. Business background. The last many years, it's been 16 years since Williamsport has a mayor with a business background. Manager at Biter's Home Center, Route 15 out there in Southside, and knows how to run a successful business, balance budgets, understands the value of a hard-earned dollar. Only candidate with real-world business experience. Eric Biter wants to save you, the taxpayers' money. Paid for by Biter for Mayor, a fresh new start. Eric Biter. And, of course, Tony Masser, he's been county commissioner since 2012, the last 7.5 years. Tony running again, got a great passion for this county and doing the right thing. And, again, you talk about financial responsibility and supporting economic and employment opportunity throughout the workforce. Tony believes in meeting the folks face-to-face, listening to what your problems are, and continues to fight here for the war against drugs and drug trafficking and crime, supporting our police, fire, emergency responders. This ad is paid for by Tony Masser for County Commissioner. Tony Masser, County Commissioner. Fairfield postgame show, Gary Christman, Babe Mayer, and our cable sports crew here on a Wednesday night. Milton Hershey High School Sock was here a year ago and fared better against Valley Forge. This was a way better team than Valley Forge. This team very well could win a state title. And it looks like they get a crack against Newman Goretti again, a team they lost by 3-2 recently in the playoffs. Beat him by 8 at Goretti earlier. Goretti wins, by 2 over Wyoming Seminary, 61-59. So a rematch, the rubber match between the Lancers, the Royal Lancers, and the team from Newman Goretti.
Well, I'll tell you what, that will be a great game. I mean, you're going to see two teams that really match up. But, you look at this team, I was so impressed with Bishop Mcdevitt. Their discipline and the execution, they are a well-coached ball club.
Sure are.
And oftentimes we come down here and we see teams with unbelievable talent.
Run and gun.
Win games, run and gun. That was not the case here tonight. This was an excellent team that was disciplined and did what they were supposed to do out on the floor. And Loyalsock just couldn't match up.
Yeah, this is a team that right away, might want to take Ross out of the game. They certainly got in his head, got a couple of different people on him, and Ross was forcing shots early in the game. You want to take the star out. Gare hit a couple deep threes, ended up with 3 threes in the ball game, but they had to work for everything. Connor Watkins turns out to be the star for Sock tonight. He had 20 points, played tough down in the middle. The senior leadership, Gare ends up with 11. But boy, I tell you, when you got a guy like Smith, and Robert Smith put on a show. He had 15 first-half points, ends up with 22. He locked down Ross early. They switched on him, got different help on him, and frustrated Ross and the Lancers. Willoughby ended up with 10, and Manigo ended up with 17, their leading scorer. Just too much. Great defense. They switched the defense up. They put pressure on. They scored in transition. And everybody said, if you beat Loyalsock, you've got to stop their fast break in transition. They never had a chance to get it going against this team.
No. Good man-to-man defense that they put up against Loyalsock, and just managed to control the game. I mean, it just kept slipping away until at the end it got out of reach. But great season for Loyalsock. This is a team that everybody thought may be able to go to the state championship, and I think that as you saw them play during the season, you had to agree.
Yeah, they beat a lot of teams, but they didn't play these teams. But
you've made a great point, and that point is they hadn't seen teams like this, and I was afraid that could happen, and it did.
And that is a story. The old Pete White philosophy: be the best, you play the best. and get some of these other teams on the schedule. It's awfully tough. And, and then it's the other argument, the private versus the public school. Sock being the last public school in this bracket. And there are a lot of teams that get guys from all over the place. But, boy, I tell you, not take anything away. This team is really good. Good luck to the Royal Lancers. You're going to root for this club to maybe win the East because they take Sock to task 73-47. Mike, if you're ready, do we have a River Valley Transit big play right here? If we do, and we've got it, okay, we'll wait till the next break. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back one more time. We've got a trip back, Milton Hershey, and I'm glad I took the day off tomorrow. You're watching WebWeeklyLive.com, CableSportsLive.com. This is the Rennie Road Armel Allstate game and the Fairfield for Fair Deals postgame show. Hey, we're back here, Fairfield BMW post-game show. Rick Quigley and the gang here at Fairfield BMW. Wow, what a state-of-the-art facility. I know you're really proud of this one, Rick.
Yeah, it's a great facility. Shows off the cars well, great inventory, and got the guys here to sell and take care of everybody.
Okay, Courtney, sell me on this. First of all, the 640. Tell me about the 640. This is a great-looking, brand-new 2019.
Well, the 640 is for the guy who wants the sporty car but has the family. It's got all the room in the back, but boy, what a drive.
Okay, John Bueller, we've got another vehicle here. Tell me about the X2. I actually drove the X2. Sporty and fun to drive.
Oh yeah, a little under 230 horsepower. Brand new, just came out in 2018, and we expect a lot of more here in 2019. And a lot of fun, a lot of style, and it's great for even the old BMW owner.
Absolutely.
Why'd you look at Gary that way?
I guess that's me. The ultimate driving machine. Check it out here. Fairfield BMW. We'll be back with more of the postgame. Make it Fairfield for Fair Deals.
Ray-Ban, Nike, Polo Ralph Lauren, Maui Jim, Costa, Gucci, Wiley X. Price Optical has the widest selection of sunglass eyewear in the area. Attention gas workers and outdoorsmen and women. Wiley X sunglasses are ANSI safety rated and military ballistic certified. At Price Optical, we set our sights on your vision. Our focus is on providing you complete quality eyewear. Price Optical, for the finest in eyewear.
Has been committed to building trustful, long-lasting relationships with our customers for over 25 years now. Over the years, both our personal as well as our family of customers has grown. Our mission has remained clear. Stay true to our ethics and constantly keep our customers' needs in mind. Come join our family for the next 25 years as we continue to provide employee benefit and financial services within the community we serve.
Well, hard to believe 20 years ago we were doing Derek Slaughter's games as he was a guard for the Williamsport Millionaires that won the title in '99, then graduated at Penn State, master's degree, University of Maryland, came back as a teacher at Williamsport High, adjunct professor of math at Penn College. Derek knows as a city councilman now that the city and a fresh new look is what they're looking for and helping you spend the tax dollars properly. He's asking for transparency in city actions, efficiency in the city process, accountability in how that money is spent. Time for Williamsport to head in a bright new direction with Slaughter for mayor. Primaries coming. Vote Derek Slaughter for mayor, a Williamsport guy that came back home after winning a title some 20 years ago for the Williamsport Millionaires. Paid for by the Slaughter for Mayor Committee. Well, you can tell that the election is coming, and I do appreciate not only our candidates, but all the sponsors all season long, football, basketball. We've knocked down another year partner. 32 years we've been doing it. Babe's been with me 31 of the 32. And we thank all the sponsors and the folks that came on in the playoffs, because without all of your support, we don't get a chance. It sounds like we're doing a telethon here. Without your support tonight, call this number. Without your support, we don't do these games because it is not cheap. We mentioned streaming ball games. The same price for cable sports production is the same price that Channel 16 or Fox or YOU would end up paying. So we really appreciate it. Bringing the ball games. Want to thank Derek Rizzo and Cam Media and the guys being part of our streaming crew this year. And let's talk about hoopersonly.com, and we're going to hear more about them as they're doing some big events around the nation. And, of course, as a lot of the folks are watching from the hoopersonly.com crew. I want to thank all of those folks. Before we run, let's talk about a River Valley Transit big play. I want to thank Bill Nichols. RVT has been a sponsor every year, 32 years of cable sports, when it was City Bus, and, of course, River Valley Transit, the best transit system anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania. Big play. You've got to talk Connor Watkins. He was a star for the Lancers. Ends up with 20 points, made big plays, continued to challenge inside when they were not falling for the guys outside. Again, Watkins continued to make plays, and now I think he's going to make some noise at Villanova as a QB.
Well, you know, he always plays at the same level, and I think that this team kind of overwhelmed some players out on the floor tonight, and maybe just the way the game went, they kind of lost their focus at times. But Connor Watkins just kept plowing away, just like he always does, and ends up having a great game. But I'll tell you what, when they look at that film, they're going to say Connor Watkins is a good basketball player. Yeah. But unfortunately, guys, he's going to Villanova, and I had the feeling he's going to be a good quarterback at Villanova.
Hey, we want to say hats off. He is, by the way, Connor Watkins. He's done it before, and he's the winner of the Biters Game Ball, thanks to the gang at Biters. And we'll have the Biters Game Ball coming up again next year in football and in basketball. Connor Watkins picks up a Biters Game Ball. Babe, you know, a lot of guys graduating, you know, for the Loyalsock Lancers. You know, you've got Anthony Pastore and the point guard. Gare comes back as a junior. Gerald Ross ends up being one of the great players in Sock history. Tough way to go down, but certainly he's got options in football and basketball. What a career for Gerald Ross. And Gerald Ross, I can tell you right now, is our Price Optical MVP of the season. And he's going to win that honor and get it at the end of the school year.
Yeah, and Bam Brima, you know, we've seen a lot of 2 good years out of Bam, and saw how far he came as a basketball player. He's going to Pitt. He'll play football at Pitt, and he's another loss they'll have as a senior. And I think we're leaving one out.
And you've got Connor Watkins. We said heading to Villanova, the other starter.
Right, that's the other starter.
Of course, Derek G., who continued as a senior just to play tough through injury and just wanted to be part of this team, and hopefully good luck to him getting back for baseball. I know that's one thing he wants to do, but those are some of the other guys.
Let's give a shout out to the girls team at Loyalsock before we go, Gary, because they had a great season and kind of ran into a buzzsaw in the last game and couldn't come up with a victory. But
played Mcdevitt Charter really tough.
Mcdevitt Charter, I mean, once again, you know, you got one of the private schools from out of Philadelphia. But they really had a great season, and unfortunately, in the mix of things, we couldn't cover them. But they certainly deserve a shout out.
Yeah, hats off to all the teams. Newman going deep again, getting the second round of the PIAA. That's going to wrap it up for our entire crew. Can't do it without Iron Mike Strunk and the rest of our team. Mike's been part of it all 32 years, and we're hoping to see you again this fall for more football here on Cable Sports. I want to thank Rennie Rodarmel, the Rennie Rodarmel All-State Game, Rick Quigley and the gang at Fairfield Auto Group, Fairfield for Fair Deals, and all the sponsors making our games possible. We really thought we might get to Pottsville. We always say the road to Hershey goes through Pottsville maybe on Saturday. Not going to happen this year, but hats off and good luck to Bishop Mcdevitt. They win it tonight, 73-47 over Loyalsock. A rude awakening from a team from Philly that is really good. It could very well be sitting from Milton Hershey High School. Final score here tonight, Lancers coming up short. Mcdevitt wins it 73-47 over Loyalsock. We'll see you next season. The Clothier in the heart of downtown Williamsport has the biggest selection of the state in all the top name brands. Vineyard Vines, Barber, Tommy Bahama, sport coats by Jack Victor and Hart Shafter and Marks. Now, did Babe Bear make his decision?
Francis, this is the look.
Babe, Promise me you're going to wear this on the football game show.
You know I will, Francis.
The Clothier, West 4th, downtown Williamsport.
Griggs' Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner, serving 3 meals 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., 3 p.m. on Sundays. House-made desserts, including famous Griggs' sticky buns, coffee, peanuts, and peanut butter, and specialty drinks. Griggs' Coffee and Peanuts and Dolly's Diner, just off North Loyalsock Avenue in Montoursville.
You know, local families have been going to Dr. David Raymore for more than 30 years in the greater Williamsport area. And now many of the kids are grown and married, and their kids are going to see Dr. David Raymore and his great staff. See, they put smiles in the faces of parents and grandparents and all the kids for years. They specialize in general and cosmetic dentistry with 3 licensed dental hygienists on staff. And now they're accepting new patients. Dr. David Raymore, General Dentistry, 1033 Washington Boulevard, Williamsport.
Kiss 1027, the 80s to now.
Rebound short. Gare, good bounce pass, gives it back, and it's he's got 22, but has been silent for a while, and Elsie turns and rolls. There's a deep 3 sheer. That's his 3rd 3 of the night. Back to Watkins, pump fake, kick back, Gare for 3. Wow. Bauer had it rejected, knocked away by Parrish. Hill off the break, lays it up and in. Tozier couldn't get it to bounce in off the glass. G finishes and hits. Perfect pass by Pastore.